All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone out in OOTP land. Welcome in to the Tuesday edition of the Laptop Hound stream. Good to see everyone in chat. Spore was first in, and then we had Ezra Denny, who enjoyed games night last night, playing a few board games. Yeah, we could, if there ever is an OOTP get together, we got to definitely have a boards games night because Ezra will host that. He'll set up the table, he'll get all the refreshments, and we'll have a good old fashioned board game. We'll get away from all this virtual computer keyboard stuff and we'll play physical board games. We're going to start with Payday and then we'll go from there. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you, NASBase. NASBase with the raid coming over. I didn't catch which the shocking moment for NASBase was. If he's still in chat here, he'll have to let us know. OMG, I can't believe this happened. Franchise Time Machine, am I fully recovered? Well, I don't know how you guys do it late at night. Like Ezra, I understand because it's still early in the night for him. Like he starts his stream at like 8:30 at night. But man, I started at about 9 o'clock my time, and I had to go into the quiet mode for most of the stream because I wouldn't have lasted more than 3 minutes. So I got a little bit of energy, but I am going to admit this is like I feel like it's one of those Amigo shows with EVC and I, where we're both still a little bit groggy early in the morning, and my voice is still hanging in there, but it is not as energetic. We will not have the DJ version today. You're welcome, Ezra Denny. We're not going to get the DJ version. We're just going to get straight to it. We're going to get through what we need to get through. I've got my coffee. By the way, today is what do I got today? I've got a El Salvadorian blend with also a Nespresso pod of maple, Canadian maple coffee. So between the El Salvadorian caffeine and the Canadian good old-fashioned maple, plus we've got the Tim Hortons creamer in there, the double chocolate creamer, and the vanilla creamer. They call it the vanilla dip donut creamer. Yes, we do have Tim Hortons coffee creamer, just like you have Starbucks creamer and you have, I don't know, is Pike's Place still a thing? I remember when I was in the early 2000s, I'd go to the gas station and get a coffee and they'd serve Pike's Place, or not Pike's Place, Seattle's Best, not Pike's Place. Of course, that's still around. That's Starbucks. Is Seattle's Best still a coffee thing there? Sleep is for the weak, Tonk Mado. Man, like I said, kudos. I know I'm not going to do the DJ stuff much today, but I got to use the applause. Kudos to all our late night streamers that provide drops for people, and our early morning streamers that provide drops for people for getting up that early or staying up that late. Whew, maybe in my younger days. So there's some controversy in chat right now. Before we get to the big brawl between Ezra and EVC, there is some controversy about Tootie's favorite streamers. Apparently, I've got the bronze medal, and I'm okay with the bronze medal. Tootie, if you're listening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening there in Germany. I hope you're enjoying a nice cup of tea. I hope you're keeping your son in line. I hope you're very proud of your son, even though, his questionable taste in music. But Tootie, welcome. And thank you for being your third favorite streamer, probably behind Mr. Beast and Joe Rogan. That's what my guess is. So I'm in proud company behind those three. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Come to think of it, there's controversy surrounding some of these streamers. Maybe I'll move up to number one. There you go. I'm sorry for pushing the rest of you guys down to 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Don't worry. Work your way up. Keep working hard. Or hardly work. Seems to work for me. I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing here in the chat. I'm seeing some weird messages. I don't know who has the silver and the gold medal. I don't know, and I don't want to know because I'd be too competitive. I try and get that gold medal. I do a Tanya Harding. Take that. Take that, commish. Take that, Doc Dynastic. No, I would not do that. I would not use a metal baton on their knees. They both stand up when they stream. All right, this is the August 6th edition of The Matrix. I would not use wood. EVC likes wood. EVC would use wood. I would not. Wood causes splinters, so I would get splinters trying to take out their knees. And what purpose is that? It'd be like a net balance between the two. We'd both get injured. I'd use one of those big pool foamies. Whip those around. I'd use a nice purple one. I don't know what Ezra is saying. Giliotoop. Is that a board game? Giliotop? Is that like Trouble? Giliotop. Anyway, yeah, get together would be fun. Having a boards game night. Maybe. You host it down in Alameda. Go to a Giants game in the afternoon. Play board games at night. Show off all our PT Perfect Team trophies. We'll bring all our physical trophies that we've won collectively as an affiliate streaming group. I won't have to worry about extra luggage fees for those. Mini golf? Oh, yeah. Oh, EBC, you don't want to go there with mini golf. I'm telling you. As long as you don't do the old little side foot tap in. It's been a while since I played mini golf. We have the second largest indoor mall in the world, West Edmonton Mall, and they have a mini golf course there. And some of these mini golf courses now, they're like not even golf. They're more like just like hit the ball and hope that the slope and the windmill that's turning and the underground hydraulics that move the course, just hope that they're in your favor. It's kind of like playing Perfect Team. Just hope the dice rolls go in your way. That's how some of these mini golf courses are. Just give me a good, straight up old 1970s mini golf course. None of these fancy add-ons and shenanigans and electronic devices and lights going out and balls popping up from the ground. Don't give me any of that. That's for the late night streamers. They like the neon golf. I'm sure they do. Is it really a garden lap? It's really a garden lap, just shows up with a putter. It's really a garden. Lap just shows up with a putter. My wife would not enjoy me hitting golf balls out of the garden. Unless she's digging potatoes, then she'd be like, go ahead, because I've watched you golf and see the divots that you create. Go ahead. Do it over I'm about to plant potatoes. Go do it over there. And then she doesn't have to dig. It's just like, okay, take another swing, honey. Drop the potato in. Divot is my middle name. Dave Dibbit Steve. See, I pronounced that wrong. Dave Dibbit. Dave. Today is a freebie, by the way, Franchise Time Machine. I get a freebie after doing 2 streams yesterday, 1 late at night. I get to mispronounce anything I want. Dave Divot Steve. There we go. Welcome in, everyone. Laptop Hound here Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And we got a few odds and ends to tie up here. Want to thank OOTP Developments, Nicolino, everyone behind the scenes that have allowed us to do the special drops yesterday, whether it's the affiliate drops, the special drops. The OOTP official drops didn't quite work too well, but everything else went pretty smoothly. So thank you, OOTP, for those of you that collected probably up to 30 drops yesterday. I hope you pulled something good. I know on my stream, a lot of you guys tend to pull good cards. And I can't believe how many of the new cards have been pulled. Like, I think like 3 Bill Mazeroski combi cards have been pulled, and like 5 of the Hannes Wagner 102 cards. Like, it's just amazing. People are just ripping packs left and right. And those new cards are making their way into the system. Also, do you have OOTP Go? Well, why not? If your answer is no, consider OOTP Go for your favorite device. How do you like my case? It's a life-proof case. I like the life-proof cases. They're pretty durable. They're expensive, but they're durable. And you don't have this screen. The screen has there's a built-in screen protector to the case, so you don't have to buy one of those cheap films that you put over it. So yes, on your favorite device, OOTP Go, get it on Google Play, get it on the Apple Store. $9.99 American is what you're going to have to pay, but that works out to about 70 cents a month over the course of the cycle. 70 cents a month, folks. And they just added, I love this. EVC said he loved this as well. When you get those pop-up notifications now. So if you have OOTP Go and you've entered tournaments or you've listed cards for sale, you can now get notifications. Just turn those on and you can see tournaments that you've won, cards that you've sold, and everything else with OOTP Go. Spam tournaments, open packs, play some of the base game. I even play a little bit of the base game. They only give you 3 historical seasons. I think one is 1939 or 1940s something. So I'm playing a little bit of the base game every once in a while just on OOTP Go. Not as immersive, obviously, as the desktop version, but hey, I paid my $10. I'm going to play it as much as I want. Also, if you're not aware, yesterday Nicolino posted that they have now inserted the PTMS cards into perfect drafts. We know the PTCS cards have been in perfect drafts for a little while, but now the PTMS cards are in there. So you can play with Jose Fernandez, with Mike Sweeney, Dickie Thon, Troy Tulowitzki. I think the very first 101 card was Troy Tulowitzki. And those are going to be popping up. I saw EVC do a draft yesterday, and he had a choice between the Gary Sheffield and the Tony, the Gwynn. And it's cool to see those tournament cards in drafts now, so we get a chance to use them, because some of those cards there's only 10 of, and you don't get any other opportunities to try them out. Also, it looks like TX says that 9 Hannes Wagners have been pulled, so 9 at least. And remember, that's perfect odds. So with all the perfect cards out there, I opened up 2 perfect packs last night, and I got a live, can't remember who I got as my live perfect. And then I got the reliever OH. So I did not get one of the new ones. So to have 9 of those ones, of all the perfects out there. Now, I know if you buy the historical packs, perfect packs, you're going to get a historical card. So odds are much better for you. But if you just open a regular pack, and to pull a Hannes, good for you. I like the historical rainbow packs. I think that might be the best value over the current ones that are up, because the historical rainbows, you know, you're getting at least a diamond and a perfect. Whereas the ones they have up right now, all you're guaranteed is the perfect historical. You don't know if you're going to get a diamond, gold, and so on. So I like to wait for those historical rainbows. And yeah, a lot of combinators being pulled as well. PD is the closest most of us mortals will come to getting these cards, yes. Unless they're the bronze cards, the silver cards, even some of the gold and diamond cards. Those first place and second place prize cards, they're tough. They are tough to acquire and expensive. And speaking of expensive, EVC, at the expense of Ezra Denny, has decided to add 4 meta players to the Los Angeles Dodgers today. That is right. The Matrix is back, and EVC has sponsored using his Hound Biscuits. If you want to sponsor a future episode of The Matrix. You just have to use up your Helm biscuits. Contact me. You have to have 2 Hall of Fame players on there and 2 of the recently released Twipped cards. Those players have to be on the team as well. And you have to have 2 pitchers and 2 hitters. EVC tried to skirt the system and tried to put on 3 pitchers. And I said, no, no, no. You will not put Warren Spahn on this team. You've already got 2 pitchers. So that is going to be fun. We're going to have some communication going on between Ezra and EVC. Willie Mays leaving the Giants. I think it's the 1958 Willie Mays that I put into the game. Juan Marichal from the 60s. David Price from 2015. And Shoeless Joe. I didn't give the best Shoeless Joe. Because let's face it, come on. You've already got the best team. But I did give an average Shoeless Joe. I think it might be from I think he was 27 years old, 1917, 19 maybe. So yes, let's, before I send out the Google form, let's show you what these players look like. So you have a little bit of context when you're making your guesses. First of all, again, we're using the Los Angeles Dodgers, and I always start the matrix on April 1st. And so when I downloaded the live file on April 1st, the Los Angeles Dodgers had a 4-2 record because, of course, they've already played a few games overseas, and they played those games in March. They beat San Diego. They beat the Angels. They beat St. Louis 3 times. I guess one of those was exhibition. So Angels, and then 3 wins against St. Louis. So we are starting on April 1st, and lo and behold, look who their first game will be against at home to the San Francisco Giants. So what a way to start the matrix. We're going to watch that first game as we always do. So where are these players fitting? Well, the game has put Juan Marichal as the number 2 starting pitcher. So they've got him ranked as number 2. This is the 31-year-old Marichal. So that's from his 1968 season, I would imagine. I don't know how the birth years work here because he's going to turn 32. So this is either 1968 or 1969. I think it's 1969, where he was 21-11 with the Giants. He had an 8.8 WAR. So we've got the best WAR, Juan Marichal, in the game today. So there are his ratings. You have to decide how you think this is going to translate to the 2024 environment. Completely maxed out, completely developed. And the Dodgers gave him a $740,000 contract. Way to cheap out, LA. What? You had no Ohtani money left? $740K for a legend. That's what you get, Ezra. That's how they treat Giants players. OOTP also has in the number 3 pitching position, that is where they have placed David Price, 5-star player on the team. He's actually ranked as the best pitcher, but they've got him in the number 3 slot. Here you see his overall ratings. His pitcher BABIP is not completely developed, but everything else is. And this is the 2015 Detroit-Toronto version of David Price. And back in 2015, David Price went 9-1 with the Blue Jays. Yeah, incredible when he came over to Toronto. That was where there's the Josh Donaldson, the Edward Encarnacion, the Jose Bautista, Marcus Stroman. You know, they had a really good team, really young, good team back then, led by a few vets like Bautista and Encarnacion. And then Price came over, led them to the postseason, and then I think they got beat by, it was either Kansas City or Cleveland, I think, that beat him in 2015. So this is the Blue Jay version 2015. Price will always be a Ray. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.5 seasons in Tampa. So that's his longest stint. So yeah, if he ever did go into the Hall of Fame, he would likely have a Tampa Bay cap on because that's the most teams he's played with, or the most seasons he's played with the team. He's moved around, that's for sure. So he will be pitching in the number 3 slot. For our hitters, EVC has chosen the newly released Twipped card player, Joe Jackson. And here is the 27-year-old Joe Jackson. A lot of BABIP, avoid K. You see his gap power, power, and I. And this is the Joe Jackson, I believe, from 1917. Yeah, this is the 1917 version where he had a 4.9 WAR. He hit 301, 162 hits, and he had, what did he have? 5 home runs for Shoeless Joe. Of course, he played with Cleveland. He played with the Athletics, and then he finished his career with 5 or 6 seasons with Chicago. Known, of course, for the scandal that took place. Say what you will, it was a different time back then, and Shoeless Joe was, again, very probably influential on that team and influenced by his teammates. And whether he was a willingly, knowingly participant in the scandal or not, he went on to have a great postseason that year. So many are questioning whether he was actually, part of this take by the players to tank. And like I said, he had a fantastic, if you're going to tank, you would think you would not want to try as hard. And he put in his best effort during that World's playoffs. All right. And last, chosen by EBC. Actually, it was his first player chosen. He was very quick to say, Lap, give me Willie Mays. Quick, give me Willie. And here is the 26, 27-year-old Willie Mays that has been imported into the Dodgers. You can see his profile here. Everything is developed except his power. His power is only at 60 out of 75. That may get to the end by as the season goes on because he is still developing. He's got lots of speed. He's got great defensive ability in center field. And in his real life stats, this again is looking at his 1958 season, where he had an 8.8 WAR. He had 208 hits, which I think might be a career high. Yes, that was a career high for Willie Mays. And this is the Willie Mays that Ezra Jenny. Yeah, I know. It was a late night last night. This is a Willie Mays that Ezra Denny started his 2024 base game file with. He started in the 1958 season. And so to dig that knife in a little further, EVC with the 1958 Willie Mays on the Dodgers. We'll see how that turns out. Yeah. Ezra Jenny is now eligible. Every player on Ezra Jenny's team. Oh, man. Coffee, keep it coming. Make it a full thermos of espresso. So in the lineup, just so you know, so you can predict, we've got Willie Mays hitting 4th against the righties, 3rd against the lefties. Joe Jackson is going to be hitting 3rd against the righties. And oddly enough, the Dodgers are platooning Joe Jackson. Legend Joe Jackson is not in the starting lineup to start this sim against the left-handed pitchers, which when I saw that, I was like, whoa, you're not putting Joe in full time? But if we look at his ratings, we do see that he is a little bit weaker, but not much. So they put him in against the righties. They've got him playing, where is he playing here? They've got him playing in left field. And against the lefties, they got Hernandez in. So, yeah. You tell me what's up with the Dodgers. When we compare these players against the lefties, who would you put in if you were management? I would stick with Shoeless Joe, but I guess they want the power. The extra 5 power. Yeah, Dave Roberts. But again, as the Sims go on, they may decide to put him in. Ohtani is hitting leadoff against the righties. He's hitting in the cleanup spot against the lefties. And of course, they don't have Ohtani as a pitcher because of his injury. So true to fact of real life, they've got Yamamoto, Marichal, Price, Bobby Miller, and Tyler Glasnow as the number 5 guy. So that's what we're looking at in terms of what the Dodgers lineup will look like for your predictions. And we can go and look at the matrix form. If someone wants to type exclamation matrix into the chat, that should bring the form up. And you should see what I am showing on screen right here. So you have to predict, after putting in your perfect team username and your Twitch name, will the Dodgers make the playoffs this year? I think we might get our very first 100% yes vote on that. Will they win the World Series? Question number 2. That, to me, is 50-50. They've won the World Series in the Matrix without having any additional players. You would think it would be a given. How many regular seasons will the Dodgers get this year? Remember, they're starting the year off at 4-2. What will be the RBI total for Shoeless Joe Jackson in the regular season? Playoffs do not count. Next up, how many wins for Juan Marichal starting as the number 2 starting pitcher? How many strikeouts is David Price going to register? I showed you his profile. And number 7, if we get that far, how many home runs will Willie Mays get in the regular season? Make sure you fill the tiebreaker in, because the tiebreaker asks for the combined WAR of all the players. So what will their combined WAR be of the 4 players? Of course, in the regular season. All right, let me just go double check. Looks like some entries are coming in. And let me check here. Yep, I think we're good. 5 entries so far. Okay, we'll keep that up for a while. And let me pin that in the chat for those new people that are coming in. Free to play. There we go. And once the timer expires, you can always put exclamation matrix and bring the form back up again. Okay. Naspace, again, thank you for the raid. Next up, Kitty Poo Poo has redeemed some biscuits here. And Kitty Poo Poo is saying, Lap, how about you start the stream by opening 20 packs? And you know what my pack luck is on stream? EVC's pack luck has been pretty horrible recently too. Naspace is killing it with his pack luck. Of course, Dr. D yesterday pulling the new Eddie Matthews perfect card as well. So there's definitely a lot of streamer luck still going around out there. All right, let me just close out the Matrix game here. And yeah, remember, Joe Jackson is platooning to start. So that is going to affect his numbers. Very good point made by iDub. Yeah, very good point. But I'm thinking the game is going to find a way to put him full time. I just, with his profile, remember, injuries are turned off as well. So there is no risk of injury to any of these players. Let's let them play with their full maxed out ability there. Okay, I think we're ready to open up 20 packs. Okay, Kitty Poo Poo, again, thanks for redeeming the Helm biscuits. So we're going to open up 19 regular packs, and then Kitty Poo Poo, which one of these packs that I own do you want as the 20th pack? You pick one of these. What do you feel is a lucky non-standard pack here, Kitty? Tim's neighbor too. Oh, Tim's. I love the name Tim's. Tim's neighborhood coffee shop. Tim Hortons. I hope you're Canadian. Welcome to the channel, Tim's. Thank for the follow. Historical diamond. Okay, we will end off with a historical diamond. What do they have on the pack shop right now? Yeah, they still got that perfect historical pack. Okay, I don't have a lot of perfect points on this account. I can't buy one because I always use my perfect points to combinate my bronze combinator cards, and I'm pretty much finished with my bronze combinator cards that I currently have. Again, the bronze combinators, there are a lot of them out there that people are still looking for. If we go from iron to bronze for combinators and we sort by buy price, 150,000 for a Nathan Eovaldi. If you pull a Nathan Eovaldi, you can get 150K. Adam Dunn, 150K, 145 for J.A. Happ. Nick Punto going for 120 as a buy order. So yeah, there's a lot of the lower level cards that are very popular. And, you know, to be quite honest, if you pull one of these top 10 cards here, you could list it for more than what people are willing to buy it for, and you'll get it. You could probably tack on another 25 to 50K onto this buy order. And that's what I recommend to new people out there. Listen to me, listen to Lap. New people, if you pull a combinator, especially bronze, iron, silver, go to the combinator shop, take a look at that card. For example, Nick Punto. Let's say you pull a Nick Punto card. And don't just take the highest buy order. And you got to consider, what has previous versions sold for? One sold for 250K. So maybe you want to list for 200K in this case, somewhere kind of in the middle there. New players, there are some combinators that you want to be very careful with because they are worth a lot of points. This one here, someone's willing to pay 100K. The average price is about 100K. I would probably list it for 150. And if it doesn't sell within 48 hours, go down to 125. So always add like 25, 50K onto what the top buy order is. And look at what that average price is, because you could be losing out potentially on a lot of perfect points. And that's even at the iron level. Look at this one here. The throwback card, Sandy Alcantara. 250K it sold for. Someone's willing to buy it for 120. Here's one that you would probably list for 220, 225K. Remember, as time goes on, they're usually in less demand, a lot of them, because new cards come out to replace them. But yeah, always reach out to me, reach out to anyone that has played the game for a while, and they'll give you a fair estimation of what you should list it for. Because I see that in the Discord a lot, right? You see people go, oh, I just pulled this combinator. What should I sell it for? You get some honest answers and you get some not so honest answers, and you'll get some answers for sell it for whatever you want. So you can start by looking at the card shop, seeing what previous ones sold for, see what the demand for is, and go from there. Now, if we look at all of the combinators, thankfully, Hannes will not have a combinator because he's a limited edition. That would be a nasty card. But right now, of all the combinators listed, the Cliff Lee Gold, it's not a perfect, it's not a diamond. It's a gold card that has the highest buy order on right now at 340K. Laszlo says, yeah, post in the buy and sell. Yeah, that is, if you are posting on Discord, the buy and sell is probably the best place to ask questions because they will give you straight up answers. But if you're not on Discord, because remember, not everyone's on Discord. So if you're not on Discord, you can ask on a Twitch stream, or you can go into the card shop and kind of do your own research. So we've got a gold. We've got the new Randy Johnson. I really like this Randy Johnson. I haven't pulled one yet. B Phil B, Packs Only Manager in Diamond this week, has pulled 2 of them. But I would have no problem putting him as one of my starting pitchers. I really like this 99 Randy Johnson. So 2 people, there's some demand for him. The Troy Glaus combinator sold for 1 million perfect points. So definitely you don't want to sell for 300,000. You can probably list it for 700K. Maybe the demand has gone down a little bit because it is a little older card now. So yeah, go through, take a look. Also go to the card shop and you can sort by the last 10 price, which in this case, the Artie Wilson. 2 Artie Wilsons have been sold for an average of 2.1 million perfect points. Ed Walsh, 1 Ed Walsh has sold for 1.5, the second highest one sold. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in the game. Combinator cards have sold for at least 1 million perfect points. Only 9. So again, you got a lot of tools that you're available for you new players out there. Combinators are like gold. Some of them are fool's gold, and you can't sell them at all. There's like 10 sell orders for minimum price, and no one's buying. And some of them are real gold, 24 karat gold. Also, another thing I would point out is take a look at this week's PTCS tournament. Take a look at the criteria. There will be managers scouring the card shop for combinators for the PTCS. That's where some of those ones that you may not have sold before might become more valuable in the next few days. So go take a look at the different eras in the tournament, the different cap numbers. Go take a look at which ones you own as combinators that you've kind of forgot about and are collecting dust, because you may be able to sell some of those now for teams looking to add to their perfect team PTCS roster. Okay, let's open those packs here. So we've got 19, so we're going to go till we have about 50. All right, Kitty Poo Poo, way to go. Starting off with a gold card, Dansby Swanson. I'm going to quick sell him. I do not think he'll ever make it up to perfect. I just get in the habit of selling gold, diamond, or perfects now that I don't want to collect dust in my account. Another gold card. 2 out of 4 packs have been gold. Duplicate. This card is worth quite a bit. Early Beantown and pre-1900 gold pitchers. Vic Willis. Wow, it is a duplicate. So we're going to put him on for $9K. A little bit of a discount there, $1,000 off, 10% off your order. All right. Other than the historical diamond pack, hoping we get at least one more diamond card. These cards, a lot of them are still holding their value. Silver's not as much because there's a lot of them kicking around. But they are in missions, and you can still probably make a few hundred perfect points selling your duplicate future legends. And I always look for that nice blue new, because some of these live cards are new, and they're commanding 100, 200 perfect points for some of the iron and bronze new live cards. So yeah, sell those iron and bronze lives if they're new. All right, Kitty Poo Poo brings us a gold and a diamond. Nico, and what goes good with Nico? The 99 Randy Johnson. Close enough. Quick sell that one. And what is this one selling for? Yeah, let's quick sell him. Those diamonds that are between 90 and 93 scare me a little bit because they could go back down to gold and I could forget to sell them by then. So I just quick sell them now. If I don't think they're going perfect with a couple months left in the season, I quick sell them. No new cards here. All right, Kitty Poo Poo, you've done fairly well. 3 or 4 golds, 1 diamond. Some new cards I don't own yet. So is this a new one? No. How do I not own a Cam Boozer already? Cam Boozer, what is this? Prohibition on lap? You don't own a Cam Boozer? I don't think he's a new card. What are the odds of not having that card yet? Another gold card. What do we got? Sandy. Okay, Sandy's selling for a fair bit still for a gold. Part of a mission. All right, 5 more standard, then a historical diamond. Don't forget, it's pinned in the chat. Enter the matrix, folks. Yes, get into the matrix as the San Francisco Giants will face off against the new and improved Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 1. All right, Kitty Poo Poo, another diamond. That's 2 diamonds in 20 packs. And first time I've owned Tris Speaker. I'll take it. All right, 3 more standard. Same way you don't own a kitty yet? Are you serious? You haven't pulled a kitty on your packs only? They do exist. Oh, look at that. Kitty Poo Poo, thank you for redeeming those biscuits. That was a well timed because we did not hit a perfect, but we did hit 3 or 4 diamonds already. So Kitty, I mean, in 20 packs to pull 3 or 4 diamonds? This one, Braves fans, Kitty Poo Poo, synchronicity, take a drink. That one's for you, buddy. Is Iglesias going up to perfect? What do you think, Kitty? Do I hang on to him? You are? You're hanging on to him right now? Yes? Okay. I will trust your judgment. He's got 4 points to go. The relievers are very volatile, so it's very, very likely he could go up to a perfect next month. He's already gone up 14 points this season. For you new players out there, the -3 or the +14 shows the rating change from the beginning of the card into the game. So whenever the card came into the game, some came at the beginning of the cycle, some came later. That shows how much they've gone up or down in the game so far, based on their real life performance. First Monday of every month, OOTP reevaluates all the live cards. So check your live card tournament rosters. We did that yesterday. Mine had 21 out of 26 on it because 5 of my bronze guys moved up or down. All right, last standard pack, Kitty Poo Poo. What do we got? Minerva. Thank you, Minerva. Welcome in. Big round of applause for Minerva. Rating over. Minerva, who streams a variety of games. He is like the Ezra Denny of streaming board games because he streams a wide variety. And now I always forget your number. 9398. 9398. Ryan Nugent Hopkins and I can't remember a good 98 jersey. Okay, Kitty. We got 1 more standard pack. Who do we got? 10 lives in a row, Kitty. Here, okay, here's a case. Look at this one, the second card here. It's got the little blue banner. It's a new card. Watch how much it's selling for. 574 this card has sold for. You guys want to make a little extra coin? I'm not going to sell it for that much. I'll be happy with getting 333 for a bronze card. And I'm guessing it's going to sell because it's part of that new mission, August new middle level cards. I could probably even go up a little bit because of that mission. None are available on the card shop right now. So as you're opening packs, don't just ignore your live cards. Take a look for the ones that are new. Jenks, your packs whale? Why? What are you doing? What did you get today, Jenks? Jenks was rocking it yesterday, I think. It was iDub that was rocking it. Jenks might have been rocking it too. I wouldn't call my polls today Pax Whale. 3 Live Diamond, Tris Speaker. Okay, here we go, Kitty. It is historical diamond time. What I like to see is 5 historical bronzes and a background for a combinator. That would be the perfect situation. Give me 5 historical bronzes and the red combinator background, because we know it will be a diamond. Randy Johnson. Come on, Randy. Randy. Okay. Here we go. Now I'm going to steal Don't Cut the D Block Dragon. I'm going to steal his Call Your Thingy. Sorry, D Block. I'm stealing it. In honor of Kitty Poo Poo. However, I want you to call the team, and it's the first person to call the team correctly. Who do you think it's going to be? Which team is on this card? Giants, Cubs, Twins, Red Sox, Braves. Again, one guess. It's the first guess. So Ezra has the Red Sox. We got TX with the Spiders. 5 packs for whoever calls it first. Okay, I'm not going to give you much time. Let's do this. I'm going to put in the chat end so I know where the guesses end. Ending in 5, 4, 3, 2. Remember, there's just the MLB logo too. You can guess MLB logo. 1 guess per person. If I see the winner has guessed multiple times, you're disqualified. 1 guess. Here we go. End. Okay. Behind our diamond for 5 packs. Did anyone guess? I warned you. The MLB logo. There it is. Did anyone guess the MLB logo? Giants, Twins, Cubs, Red Sox, Spiders, Mets, Royals, Angels. Yeah, no one guessed it. Yeah, now everyone's guessing it. Fred Beretta has a question that I've seen asked many times. Ezra's answered it there. Why can't you sell the combinator cards? Well, let me tell you this. This is based on limited knowledge, but from what I understand, Fred, is when the game first came out, the programming could not differentiate between the combinator and the regular version of the card in many cases. I don't believe they had it set up for their quick selling and that kind of stuff for you be able to quick sell them at least. I don't know how they came up with the price, the minimum price, but they did lower the minimum price a couple months into the cycle. They dropped the minimum price for irons and bronze and silver, I believe. And my hunch, I don't know. I don't have insider information. My hunch is we might see something again to accommodate getting rid of combinators, whether that's increasing their value as food, whether that's decreasing the minimum price. I highly doubt we'll be able to quick sell them this cycle, simply because I don't think it's in the coding. I don't think, unless they fix the coding. But I know a lot of people are frustrated because they just want to get rid of them. My advice is, for now, hang on to them. I would wait a couple more months and hope that they do allow you to quick sell them or reduce the minimum price. Or my hope is that they increase the value as combinator food. So right now, if you have an iron combinator worth 500 as food, make it 1,000, double it. Whatever the value is now, double that as combinator food, because then I think a lot of people will burn them off and use them. But I agree, there are a lot of combinators out there that are fool's gold that you can't get rid of. But they may have something else in the works. OOTP likes to surprise us, and maybe down the line there will be a new way of using those cards for some other purpose. They're aware of it. They know that the community does not like all those cards sitting there. And I have faith that something is going to be done to help with that situation. All right. So good pack there. John Cassidy selling for about 14,000, but he's not a duplicate. So we're going to keep him. All right. We do have a break that kicked in. So I want to wait until that break is over. All right, welcome back, everyone, from the break. During the break, I was talking about combinators. I put up Fred's question there about why can't we do anything with the combinator cards? And just to kind of summarize what I said is that my understanding is they didn't have a way to differentiate combinator cards from the normal cards at the beginning of the cycle. They have reduced the price already once for minimum listing price on combinators, and they are aware of the situation. And I think we're going to see something that allows you to get rid of them down the line. My hope is that they increase the value that they are as food for other combinators. So maybe double it. If it's worth 500 combinator points, make it 1,000 combinator points. But I do think they will do something, because that is a big that's a big cloud hanging over the community, that they have all these combinators they can't use. They can't quick sell them. They're sitting in their account, and who knows, maybe something completely new, a new purpose for how they could be used. Maybe we'll have, I don't know, a poor combinator pop-up tournament. Put your worst combinators in the pop-up. That would be fun. I would actually join that one, because I think I have enough to field the team. All right, what else do we got going on here? Yeah, I agree, John Doe. That would solve the problem like that. If they make combinator value as food twice as much, problem solved. Problem solved. And it would encourage more people to combinate cards, because there's a lot of people that don't want to combinate cards, but they've got 60 of them sitting in their account. If you double the value as food, all of a sudden you got people that are saying, hey, I'm going to combinate a couple cards now, because it's a way to get rid of them and make my team better. Okay, so let's leave this here. Next up, before we get to the matrix, if someone can put exclamation matrix into the chat again, and I'll pin it in the chat. Still got some time to fill the form out. Okay. I want to do, let me see what just checking on something behind the scenes here. If we're ready for it. Yeah, we are. Okay, guys. If you're ready for a quick bounty, a new one has just fired off. It's the Do or Die Bronze. Do or Die Bronze. Get involved in the Do or Die Bronze. If you knock me out of the tournament, you will win 5 packs. I'm the only team entered so far. So hopefully we can get the community in there. You know I do this every stream, so I hope you had your computer booted up here. Rocky Mountain Gladiators, it is ID 72. And again, we're doing bronze today because no one redeemed their Helm Biscuits to choose iron or silver. Yes, you can redeem Helm Biscuits at the beginning of a stream, and you can pick the level for the Do or Die tournament. You want bronze, you want iron, or you want silver. So keep that in mind for future streams. So do or die. We've got 11 teams so far. You don't have to declare that you're in, but you do have to be here to win. So again, you have to be in the chat. When I call your team name out, you have to say, yep, present lap. So this is the quick bounty knock me out 5-pack giveaway. Plus, we also extend it to the race to 10. And if you're saying lap, please do tell, what is the race to 10? Well, we've already started it yesterday. So the more tournaments that you enter, the better chance that you have. And here is our spreadsheet. EBC would be proud of me. I've even got colors on it. I made this up myself, folks. Yeah, I didn't need any help on this one. So yesterday we ran 2 of these, one in the morning and one at night. Tonk 8, Tonk Mato won the first one. So they are credited with 1 win. Brynick and his Rattlers won the evening one, and they were in chat. So they have a win credited. Neither of them get the extra point for having Kitty Bransfield on their team. And the first bounty was won by Brent 3232, his team known as Jack 3232 with the BYU Cougars. And then in the evening one, the team that won the bounty and knocked me out were not in chat, so it was not awarded. And again, no bonus point for owning a kitty and knocking me out with a kitty. So again, we're going to keep track of this. It's the quick race to 10. The first team to have 10 points is going to get 10 packs awarded to them. You took second in the first one. Yeah, Brent, you almost were a double winner there. Tonk Mato took you out in the third and final game. Okay, we got 15 out of 16. It is ID 72. ID 72. It's the best of 3 final do or die tournament. 1 loss and you're out, and you're allowed 1 combinator. That's it. 1 combinator on your team. While we're waiting for that to get fired off, here is your 5L update. Starting this morning, we have the new 5L format with the 1939 run environment. So we're back playing in the 1930s. Yesterday, the Fairview Tigers took out Minerva in the finals. Congratulations, Minerva and Fairview. D-Bach and his Bone Bruisers, after sweeping me in round 1, Tootie, I hope you're listening. Your son, you know who, played me in the first round of a tournament yesterday and didn't let me win a game. Won 4-0 and then went on to the final 4. Please have a talk with your son next time you see him. Tootie, wipe the smile off your face. Tootie, no. No smiling. Your son beat me 4-0. That's not acceptable. He's supposed to allow me to win 1 game. So, as we head into the new format here, we can see that in the month of August, the race to win those packs. Come on, bring up my screen there. There we go. Ollie and the Black Knights, from his back-to-back victories here, have 8 points. We're not keeping track of 6 players this month because of the changeover to the different eras. So instead, I'm just going to add the World Series MVP to give you an idea of some of the cards that are performing well, at least in that round. So the 66 Singer, the 74 Watley, the 64 Hernandez, the 69 Day, and the 67 Archie Vaughn. So I know when I drafted last night, I was kind of caught off guard with round 1 because I forgot. Remember 5? Do you remember drafting last night for your morning draft today and getting that high silver round and going, whoa, I forgot. We're doing 1 round of high silver. And then you had to scroll over each of the cards because you didn't know how they played. I'm telling you, Connie Day, Adam Dunn, Frank Duncan, and with the new cards, some of the new cards that I'm seeing perform really well. Kelly Johnson, the outfielder, has performed really well. But D Block had a great team yesterday. Minerva had a great team. Of course, Fairview. And in the 6L last night, I did put the results in. I did this morning. So congratulations to the Fargo Fielders in getting revenge, although I was disappointed this morning because I saw that iDub did not allow me to get the extra point. So iDub, you know how I took you out of the bad books? Why? Why? I know it went 7 games though, so you guys had a great finals going to game number 7. Georgia Tech on my mind, who I think is a Franchise Time Machine account, and iDub gets second place, gets 3 points, and also gets the bounty ticket. And by the way, we drew the bounty ticket winner last night because Castanar won the July 6L monthly total and got the 20 packs. Castanar, you should have got those this morning in your account. And we drew the bounty ticket winner, and it was the Sushi McMoshis. Sushi McMoshi should have had 5 packs in their account this morning too. And I think, again, that is a Franchise Time Machine team. So congratulations to the July winners. Fire and Ore won the 5L July monthly. Makadkar won the 5L bounty, 5 packs. And Castanar and Sushi McMoshi were the pack winners last night. So again, how do you get the 20 packs? Well, you accumulate points by finishing in the top 4. We take a look at the scoreboard, and at the end of August, if you are leading the scoreboard, you win 20 packs. If you're tied with someone, we split the packs into 10 packs each or 9 packs each, or I always round up. So if 3 people were tied, you'd each get 7 packs, not 6 packs. No. Lap doesn't round down. We round up if there's a tie. The final MVPs so far in the 6L, Eric Young, Sandy Alomar, Craig Biggio, Miggy, and Xavier Isaac have been our MVPs. And tonight is the first one of the new cycle. The era stays the same. However, 2 major changes. It is now a best of 5 with the best of 7 final, and it is a DH on. So the DH is on, so you got to find someone to fill that DH role. So lots of power, lots of home runs with a little bit of a shorter tournament. Okay, let's go and check in on our bounty matchups. We are set. We're ready to roll. Looking forward to see who I'm playing first. And then after that, we're heading to the Matrix. So it's pinned in the chat. If you're just tuning in, fill out the Google form. You can win 10 packs for being the survivor as we move down the questions on that form. Okay, let's head into the bronze do or die, which were added yesterday. And already this is tournament number 72. So 72 of these tournaments have been played in the last 24 plus hours. And that's just in bronze. I don't know how many iron and gold have been played. Let's check that. I'm curious. Which do or die has had the most entries so far? What are you guys playing? What new tournaments? Put it in chat. I asked last night, but it was late at night. Let me ask this morning when you're a little chipper. Which of the new tournaments, whether they're traditional or perfect drafts, have you guys been enjoying? Have you tried out? Are you looking forward to? For me, it's these bronze quicks because it gives new players hope. Yes, You only have to have one combinator. And in fact, you don't even need a combinator, and you can win these tournaments to get packs. I love them. Thank you, OOTP, for allowing my recommendation into the game and allowing new players or players without combinators to get into the game and have opportunities. And thank you for putting one combinator, which allows new players to build a team around one stud. Look for that one combinator, combinate that card up in iron, bronze, or silver, and put it into these quicks. Yes, one card can dominate. B. Phil B mentioned that to me the other day. He said, Lap, I have one combinator on my team, and he just excels. I think it's at the gold level. I think it was B. Phil B. So Brynick likes the do or die bronze and silver. I'm with you, Brynick. I haven't tried silver yet. And what else are you guys enjoying? IDub has some huge power. Hopefully we meet up. I haven't drafted my team yet for tonight. Best of 5, going to be interesting. Don't know if you need 4 starters or 5. Probably 5. Depends how many buys you get. Minerva likes the silverware and the gold only. Excellent. London Enjoyer says, I like the low silver and low bronze. Haven't tried any of those low specific ones. Might have to try the low bronze, though. Obviously, you have Nathan Eovaldi, probably Kelly Johnson, probably Jacques Jones. I think, no, Jacques Jones is a high bronze. Kelly Johnson, J.A. Happ would be a good low bronze card. Brynick mentioned him already. Coots started getting more serious about tourneys last month, and you cracked the PTCS for silver. Hope you're not facing me. Well, you know. Let's take a look at these quick tournaments. So we can sort by quicks. Iron has 22, so there's not a lot of popularity for the iron do or die. Only 22 have fired off since yesterday, which is kind of shocking. Bronze have 73 now. So 3.5 more times bronze do or dies have fired off than iron. And silver, where's my silver? 46. So bronze is definitely, as of right now, the most popular do or die format for the lower levels. And each of those chemistry is turned off, and you have one combinator card on your team. I like that when you go into the perfect drafts now, you can see very easily which tournaments have chem off, because it says right there, chemistry off, chemistry off. So you don't have to pick teammates or from the same era, those kind of things. All right, so Coots has said they made the tournament. Well, you can find out who you're playing right now. If you go to the tournament rankings, select the tournament you qualified for, go to period number 5, which was updated yesterday. And Coots, where are you? Where did you finish in your rankings in silver? Well, TB, I don't know if they're popular because of me, but I've always pushed bronze. I know D Block pushes bronze. There's a lot of bronze lovers out there, so I think it's just collectively we see a lot of people promoting bronze, and it gets other people encouraged to play bronze. But if I could play a part in that, even better. More competition for me. You can't remember? Okay, Coots. I'm assuming Coots is your username. Take credit. Okay, this time I'll take a little bit of credit. I am more than 1% responsible for the popularity of bronze tournaments. You're 32? Okay, 32. So Coots and the Ghosts, congratulations, finishing 32nd in silver. So that means you are going to play, you have to take your ranking and take 129 minus your ranking. And that is going to be the team that you played. So 129 minus 32 is what? Help me out here. 90 what? 97? 97. Okay. So you play the 97th ranked team. And I didn't qualify in silver, so you don't have to worry about me. Well, la 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 is who you get to play. And be thankful because I'm not familiar with this team, but I am familiar with Yo Dodger Bob, Hip and Knee Doc, Twins fan, and Road Soda, and C. Whitman. So you might have ended up with a fortunate opponent because I know some of these other teams are really good, and maybe la 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 is good too. I don't know, not familiar with it. Average finish is 42.9. Yeah. So in on all the teams that I'm showing right here, that is probably the best opponent you could ask for because they've got the worst average finish, 42.9. And you got a lot of the really high-end managers that finish towards the bottom because they don't really play silver lots, but they played enough just to qualify. Those are the teams that are dangerous. And I feel bad for those teams at the top here that work their butts off playing silver, and then they get matched up against these really good managers that just squeeze in. And VR Mind and Who Trying to Ball, my best thoughts go out to you guys because you just missed out. And those Portland Pickles, there they are again. The Pickles have returned. They just missed out too. I'm telling you, it's heartbreaking when you just miss out on a tournament. I've been there. In fact, I'm there in some of these. Let's take a look at the bronze. That is the one that I qualified in and I finished 17th. So that means I play the 112th place team, which is not D Block, fortunately. It is T Chuck and the Hoagie Mouse. So T Chuck and the Hoagie Mouse, all the best. I avoid D Block, I avoid Hip and Knee Doc, and Brynick and your Rattlers. Whew, I avoid you as well. So yeah, if you did qualify for the PTCS, those should be appearing on your main screen right now. You can see my bronze one is there. You still have 3 days and over 19 hours to do your roster, but you got to really take a look at what the roster is looking for in terms of the composition, the stadium, the cap that might be involved. You can't simply put your regular roster in. You're going to have to do a lot of tweaks to it. And it looks like there's no combinator cap. So combinators are free game. I got to start qualifying for silver with these caps because then I could use a lot of my bronze combinators. That's the trick, you know, because if you qualify for the bronze, usually you can't use a lot of your bronze cards. You have to use iron. And so the iron guys dominate. So if I qualify for silver and squeak in and it's a cap, I get to use all my bronze or a lot of them anyway. Might have to try that. All right, my first opponent. Are they in the chat? The Amarillo Armadillos. You have to be here to claim the bounty if you knock me out of the tournament. Okay, JK. Kirk Ebby, 14. We are up in round number 1. Good luck as we face off. Here are your matchups before the sim comes in. Kitty Poo Poo is playing the Peggy O's. IE Dub is playing the Fierce Makadkar. Brent, looking to repeat, is playing the Nightmares, and I will play the winner of the Cougars Nightmares if I do win over the Armadillos. On the other side, we have no other Armadillo team, only one today. Port City Pirates taking on the Villa, the Washington Park Rangers against the Spitfires. Jenks is playing the winner from last night, Brynick, and the Madeline Knicks will be taking on Chess Safari, 37 crabs in a trench coat. Can you handle crabs? Madeline, can you handle crabs? 37 of them. We'll find out soon. All right, the sim's about to come in. Here it is. Good luck to my opposition. You will get the 5 packs if you win this game. Simple as that. 5 packs in your grasp. Can you do it? And it is a 3-0 victory for the Rocky Mountain Gladiators. So that means that I move on and I will go up against not Brent. I was looking for some revenge, Brent. We're on a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Matrix coming up. Fill out the form. It's pinned in the chat. See you in a couple minutes. All right, we're back here. Welcome in everyone on this Tuesday. Don't forget, OOTP Developments will be streaming tonight. TJ will be on with his Texas Rangers franchise series. So if you want to get 5 more drops, tune in to TJ tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, followed by Ezra Denny. Ezra back in the saddle tonight here with Clyde and the San Francisco Giants. Plus, I'm sure he'll be drafting his 6L in the new format tonight. So I'm going to have to try and catch Ezra tonight as he drafts his 6L and take a look at how he drafts under the new format. All right, let's, while we're still got kind of remnants of PTCS on our mind and waiting for the next do or die sim to come in about 5 minutes. Here is the slide. I'll take myself off the screen in case you haven't seen this yet and you want to screenshot it. And thanks to Cub fan Steve and a few others out there that pointed out that, yeah, this is not like last month where it was a cap for any card. These are caps for specific levels of cards. So if you do want to, if you did qualify for silver, you can only use silver cards, which is good. So I qualified for bronze, I qualified for iron, and correct me if I'm wrong, 1684 is a pretty high cap, right? A lot of leniency there because you can't use iron cards. So I would assume you get to use a lot of your lower bronze at least. Can someone do the math for me? What's 1684 divided by 26? What's the average? What? Ezra quit? Ezra quit the 6L? Is he doing the 5L at least? Ezra. 64? 64.7? Okay, so that's a pretty loose cap. There are a lot of good cards. You know, you're gonna have Jacques Jones, you're gonna have Connie Day, but then you're gonna have Nathan Eovaldi, you're probably gonna have J.A. Happ. So you'll be able to, I think, get a pretty good team together with that cap. Gold, gold only, diamond, diamond only. Iron has a cap, obviously, with, I guess, iron cards only. I don't know. I guess it would be iron cards. It doesn't say iron only. Could you put in some high bronze cards in there? I don't know. Iron is 49.4. But could you put a bronze card in there and have a bunch of 40s? Wild card, snapshot cards only. And there are a lot of good combinator snapshot cards, so I think we're going to see a lot of those. And then we got high gold floors, nearly perfects for the perfect drafts, which a lot of people like those nearly perfect. Every card is 95 plus. So we are going to see a lot of meta teams out there, probably a lot of similar teams as well, depending on the card pool, because LEs are on. So luck of the draw. I mean, Hannes Wagner is going to be unfair for those people that get a Hannes Wagner. And folks, let me remind new players again, if you did qualify for one of the drafts, wait until after Thursday to draft your team, because the new cards that are released on Thursday, once they're in the game, they will be part of the card pool for your perfect drafts. If you draft today, you won't get those choices that you might have on Thursday. Now, the other end of it is, it might diminish your chance of getting a Hannes Wagner of a choice, because there might be 3 or 4 new perfect cards and 3 or 4 new high diamond cards in the game. So instead of having a 1 out of 150 chance of getting Hannes, you might have 1 out of 160 chance of getting a Hannes. So you play the cards, you want to play the cards. But just pointing that out for you. Okay, let's go back to our do or die. This is your 5-minute warning for the matrix. Fill out the matrix form. It was pinned in chat. All you have to do is type !matrix to bring the form up. And how many entries do we have so far? This is EVC's created team here. So we got 24 entries. Come on, chat. Get it in there. !matrix. Let's get it up to at least 30. You got a chance to win 10 packs. Easy. Okay, I am facing the Nightmares. Is Basset Hound in the chat? Basset Hound. Because you have to be here. Otherwise, we're just going to assume you were random entry. New York Nightmares. Are you present? If not, we got to hope that I win. Otherwise, we don't give out the packs today. I'd love it if I could set some sort of toggle some switch where I controlled who got into the tournament, because that would make these a lot easier. So again, game 1, very close against Amarillo, 3-0 score. And I really like your team. Reynolds, Bell, Joyner, Day, Connor, Raridan, Jones, Sox. Yeah, that is a meta team there. Kershaw, Volquez. Yep, like the team. For me, Charlie Wilson gets the win, 5 1/3 innings. He is the player of the game. And hit-wise, Jake Stahl. This has a DH, so I'm using Jake Stahl, and he went 3 for 5, including a home run in the 7th inning. Oh, that deserves being put on the screen. We go from Evil VC to Nightmare EVC, the New York Nightmare. That'd be a good nickname for your newly created player. Von Heimdall, the New York Nightmare. By the way, Kamish should be on tonight. Does he go tonight? Yeah, he does go tonight. Kamish should be on tonight after Dr. Dynastic. So Doc, again, does not do the OOTP stream today. I hope he's got it worked out because he had some issues yesterday. So he will be on after I'm on, and then it's the Kamish, and then that rolls over into TJ, and then into Ezra Denny. But there are other streamers coming on after Ezra Denny. It might be Franchise Time Machine. It might be Cheeky. It might be Ripley. And also usually PBE Sim streams at around the same time as the Kamish does. So you can catch either PBE or the Kamish at around 7 p.m. Eastern. Well, the bounty is claimless today. The New York Nightmares, first time, 1 in 3 tournaments. First time that the bounty winner has not been here. However, you are still playing for the 1 point in the race to 10. Port City is here. Jenks is here. iDub is here. So if one of you 3 win, you'll at least get 1 point and you'll get the 3 in-game packs. So I was looking to get some revenge on Brent. It didn't happen. And then I was looking to get some revenge on A-Dub, and that did not happen. A 7-1 victory. Wow. 7-1. Yeesh. Okay, I'm going to change up my combinator for my next tournament. Kitty, you're off the team. Sorry, Kitty. When you go 0 for 7, you're off the team. We're going to put someone else on for the next one. Let's see what you guys have running for your combinators if you do have any going. So the trench coats who have been eliminated did not have a combinator. iDub will probably have one. I know iDub likes to take advantage of a combinator, and he does. He is putting together. Interesting choice. Sean Berry. Now, is that because you saw something in Sean Berry, or he just happened to be a combinator you owned and you threw one in there? You've got him leveled up to level 3. He's got 3 hits so far. I've not seen a lot of Sean Berry in tournaments, but when he gets up to level 5, going to be a good option. He's got a good arm for third base for a bronze card. So iDub loves the Sean Berry card. Hint, hint. The Armadillos, who I managed to beat in round 1, did not have a combinator. Kitty Poo Poo probably had one. Yep. Kitty Poo Poo is running the Elmer Smith. Good choice. You can use them on both sides of the plate. If you're using a combinator, you don't want a splitty guy. You want a guy that can play every game. And Elmer Smith, combinated up to level 5, can play every game. Next up, we got Brent and the Cougars. Brent is not running a combinator. Brian Nick had one, I think. Connie Day. Yeah. Yeah, Brian Nick, I'm trying to level up my Connie Day too. He is, I think, at the same point yours is. And there's a couple cards that really improve his combination. Easterling and String Bean are the 2 diamond cards that I try to get a lot of, but they're pretty expensive. But I'm slowly trying to combinate my Connie Day. He might go into my lineup for Kitty Bransfield because he can play both sides of the plate and he has really good defense. So excellent choice there. There is a Connie Day on the card shop for about $200K. I paid $175 for mine. Pricey, but we all know how Connie Day does in the 5L and 6L. He's a machine. The Peggy O's who have lost out, they do have a combinator. They have a kitty as well. This kitty went 2 for 3. Mine went 0 for 7. The Knicks. The Knicks do not have a combinator. Jenks Matrokes not running one today. The team that beat me, the Nightmares, man, they've got a lot of players I would never consider. But that's the beauty of randomness and the do or die. Throw in any bronze and you never know. They're running the Live Orlando, who has not played yet. They've got Davey Force, who I never consider. They're still running Eric Young, Alvarez as a live catcher. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 live pitchers. And they beat me 7-1. That stings. Bees, that stings. No combinator for the Spitfires. Port City Pirates. Maybe assembled by the Sun today. Running a fully combinated Tom Brown. Another good choice. Combinated can play both sides of the plate. Or both, both sides. Makadkar, are you running any combinator? Yes, of course, you got the Andrew Jones, who's come down in price. You can pick up Andrew Jones for about $200K probably. And finally, we've got Sean. No combinator. And Waynham. Not running a combinator yet. So yeah, I mean, go out, get a combinator, get one of the cards that you see often used in tournaments, even if you're paying 30, 40, 50K for a level 2 kind of combinator, and throw them in. They can make a little bit of a difference. We saw last night that Brian Nick won the tournament with a Connie Day combinator, and we'll see how it goes today. All right, I'm going to check in one more time because the sim has come in. Let's find out who our 2 finalists are. Did you avenge me, A-Dub? I think it's this one. Caldwell. Yeah, you've been telling me about that Caldwell. You're starting to convince me that maybe he's a guy I should go after. Like, look at my pictures here. Who's he better than of my starters? Or do you use him in the bullpen? You must use him as a starter. I could see your team, so you've got him as your number 1 guy. So you've got Evoldi in the pen. I've got Bannister, Wilson, Miller. Do you have Bob Miller? You do, but in the pen. Okay. So you got Splittorf, you got Caldwell, and CJ as starters. Yeah. See, I've got a 60 pitch count, which gets to the bullpen quicker, where I've got a lot of my studs. So I like to have my studs in the bullpen, Wilson, Happ, and Splittorf. And it works really well in the double elimination, but I haven't had a lot of success in this one, so I might need to change it up. So you said go check out Caldwell. He's in the card shop. No, he's not in the card shop. There he is. 85, last 10. What's he look like fully combinated? Yeah. I see your point. Okay, so what do we got here in the finals? Looking to get their 1 point in the race to 10 and joined Tonk Mado and Brynick. Looks like we have, does this sim not come in? I guess it did not come in yet. Max LP from Bonnie Lake, Washington. Welcome, Max LP, to the chat. Welcome in, Raiders. For those of you that are just coming in, fill out the matrix form. This is your 3-minute warning for the matrix form. We're going to close it off in 3 minutes. So type in exclamation matrix. That's going to bring up the Google form. EVC is sponsoring today with his Hound Biscuits. We have 28 entries. Let's get up to 30, folks. 2 more. Come on. Enter into the matrix. Win 10 packs. And let's go in and check one more time. I want to see who the finalists are. Still waiting for the sim to come in. Okay, let's go check out the 5L from today because it's the first day of the new format. And I know EVC's new format. EVC, how is your what time does your evening one fire off? The new one, the California Coast. Because I usually get into the morning one, but I haven't tried getting in the evening one yet. So I was hammered, literally hammered by Sam Bam, 1965, in the very first 1939 5L. I tried going with the 3 pitching rotation. I figured 1939, you should. It didn't help me this time, but I'm going to keep going with it. I'm going to try it for 4 or 5 tournaments, see if I have any success. Mind you, I didn't have the great choices for pitchers, so that has a lot to do with it. But right now, remember, this is now a best of 7 with a best of 9 final. So it's going to be a gruel to get to the end here. So the Peggy O's who are in our bounty today, they move on to the semifinals by defeating the Kansas City Monarchs by a score of 4-2. 68 Pirate, who is often in the chat lurking there. Good to see if you're here, 68 Pirate. You do very well in these tournaments. You swept the babies. The vanilla babies. Honey, you swept as well. You swept the Rhinos. You took out those ferocious Reno Rhinos by a score of 4-0. And a lot of people, here's a pro tip. If you see this in your high silver round, this guy is the Adam Dunn of silver, it seems. I've seen a lot of people promoting this Dale Murphy card. So iDub promotes Caldwell. I'm telling you now, take him if he's in your first round, you want him on your team. Look at this. He's got 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. He's hitting .361. Oof. And Spore was 1 game short today after making a valiant run, winning games 5, 6, and then falling. Oh, Sporer. 29 runs were scored. Spore takes the lead at the top of the 9th inning. He goes up 14-13, and then a walk-off for the Frankfurt Dogs. And again, this is an era that doesn't have a ton of home runs. It's not dead ball, but you'll see 29 runs were scored, and there was 1 home run in the game, a Mike Moustakas bomb. That was it. So consider that. Our leading home run guy is Paul DeYoung with 8. And again, usually we have in the modern era players with 12, 13, 14 home runs by this point. So yes, home runs are definitely down. So Spore, what a tough loss there, almost making it to the semifinals. So in the semis, we've got 68 Pirate up 2-0 on the Peggy O's, and Honey is down 2-0 to those Frankfurt Dogs who squeaked in. So good luck as we make our way to the best of 9 finals. Yeah, that win percentage graph. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, I love this game and I hate this game at the same time because I've been on both sides of that type of graph. Oh, if this game was an 8 inning game, I would do so much better. I really would. And if it was a best of five, I think I'd do better too because I lose so many game sevens. All right, I think that is it. Well, let me boot up the matrix here. Let me go close the form. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go and put our break in here so we're not interrupted during the matrix. So we will be back in 2 minutes' time. Go grab a coffee, refresh your beverage, tea, juice, whatever it may be. Closing off the form very, very soon. If you haven't filled it out, there it is, back in 2. All right, we are back, and it is Matrix time for the last hour. Again, we will be heading over to Dr. Dynastic in about an hour's time. I hope he's got his network issues all worked out. I don't think it was with his own personal Twitch. I think it was with the OOTP Twitch he was having issues with. So I haven't heard anything about canceling or anything like that. So he should be on in an hour's time. And then, of course, we got the commission. We got PBE Sim. We've got TJ on the mainstream at 9 p.m. Eastern, and Ezra Denny, Franchise Time Machine probably, or Cheeky, or Max, or who knows, that late night crew. I'm not exactly sure what their schedule is and which days they take off, if they take off any, because they're like the Energizer Bunny. Go, go, go. Looks like we're going to have about 30 entries. Congrats to iDub and Jenks on making the bounty final today. Love to see it. I was hoping 2 of the 3 chat members, Port City Pirate was the third one. I was hoping 2 of the 3 would make it. So guaranteed one of you are going to get that tick. You're going to get a tick in the race to 10 column. And neither of you have Kitty, so you don't get the bonus point. And again, no bounty packs were given out, but we are giving out packs for the Matrix here. We're closing off the form. We've got 31 entries. So if you are entering it now, here is your 30-second warning. Fill it out very quickly before we close it off. We got J Palm, legendary Kelso, EVC. I think he's betting for his Dodgers. He better have put the Dodgers win the World Series. Flick of the wrist, Pointer, Timland, Tiger, IDub, Floyd, Lloyd, Boyd. Good to see you, Floyd. Woodgate, who is in the bounty. Jenks, franchise time machine. Atlanta. The Hoosman, the Blue Tester, and a few others. Okay. Thank you again to the follows today. Tim Neighbors 2. Thank you, Tim Neighbors 2. 8. Oh, this is a long one here. This is a long one to pronounce. 8844221. I don't know if you guys see that as a follow there. 8. You're going to have to type something in chat so people can see that long son of a gun name. This is not the streamer you want a long name with. 88442221. 88442221. Is this a relative of Rick Springfield? All right, let's close that off. You guys have plenty of time. Let's check out our responses. I knew it. 100% think the Los Angeles Dodgers are going to make the World Series. Well, the good news is if they don't, everyone advances to round 2 anyway. Will they win the World Series? 74% are saying yes. Majority think they're going to win 91 to 109 games. You know what? I wouldn't put it past them to win 110 to 129. How many RBIs will the platooned currently Shoeless Joe get? Between 89 and 110. If they keep platooning him, I think the green might get it. How many wins for Juan Marichal? 15 to 17. Currently starting as their number 2 pitcher. Strikeouts for David Price. Looks like 200 plus. Pretty good bet there. And home runs for Willie Mays. A bunch of you think 30 to 43. And some of you are going all in and saying he's going to get over 50, 51 plus. Tiebreaker, what is the total WAR going to be? Anywhere from 9.4? We got a 78. Willie Mays has a WAR of 70, and the other players have 2 each. Holy smokes. Remember, it's closest over or under. So, wow, that is some big wars. Also, thank you to the Xerxes, and some of these names here, so tough to pronounce. Yeah. Once I read that name a few times, it starts to make sense. They just spell 8 2 different ways, 4 2 different ways, 2 2 different ways. 8844221. You're missing a 0. Okay, let's create the sheet. Create. There we go. Let's upsize that a bit. Yeah, it's too big there. Okay, we're good to go. Got the sheet ready. Let's head over to the matrix. Ezra Denny versus EVC in round number 1 as the Giants host the Dodgers. Again, never turn the sound on because we usually don't do in-game play here, but we always like to show you what the team looks like in game number 1. April the 1st. Dodgers are 4-2. And I believe it will be Juan Marichal taking on those San Francisco Giants at home. Here you see the lineup. Willie Mays will be hitting 3rd. And Shoeless Joe is not in the lineup. They've got Hernandez in left field. They will be facing Blake Snell and the San Francisco Giants, Matt Chapman, Mike Yastrzemski, Patrick Bailey, and Conforto. I'm only saying the players I can pronounce. Computer versus computer. We don't do any in-game management. And we watched the first inning just to get an idea of seeing these guys in action. Juan Marichal on the mound. Or as Ezra would say, Juan Marichal is on the mound for the San Francisco Giants. And that is going to be a fly out to right field. Okay. I was thinking, why is Juan Marichal in white and blue? He should be in orange and white. And then I remembered the evil VC, the New York Nightmare, has him on the Dodgers. It's going to be weird getting used to that. Marichal in Dodger blue gives up a hit. His first hit of his career in Los Angeles. That'll be 1 on and 1 out for Jorge. What have I not seen? Okay. Chat, I need to pay attention here. Dr. D is still out and will not be able to stream this afternoon. Okay. Thank you. So if any of the new streamers, EVC, can you check the affiliate chat and just see if anyone has taken his spot and let me know, just so I know who to raid into? Okay. All right. Yeah. Franchise. I got that. I will post that a little bit later. Thanks for that. Oh, there's Dr. Dynastic. You also put it up on the schedule. Okay. So if someone steps forward, because I don't have my Discord open while I stream, it's too many windows and too many sounds. So I leave my Discord closed. So if any of the other affiliates notice that someone's going to take that spot, and if no affiliate takes it, I'll raid into someone just playing the game. If one of the non-affiliates want to do it. All right, here we go. Juan Marichal with a runner on second. Dr. Dynastic. We've got Evil VC. You know what he did? He used his Hound Biscuits to create the Matrix today, and he put Juan Marichal and Willie Mays on the Dodgers in 2024. And they're playing the Giants in their first series. You can't get much more evil than that. However, the Giants take Marichal deep. Willie Mays cannot grab that one. And the Giants in the top of the first inning are going to take a 2-0 lead off a Matt Chapman 419-foot bomb. Marichal not off to a good start. And that one is deep to right field. And that one is gone. EVC's Matrix is not looking good so far, folks. Back-to-back jacks from Matt Chapman and Mike Yastrzemski. Well, we're going to give you one more batter here, Juan, and it's a walk. 3-0 Giants somewhere. Ezra Denny is chuckling his butt off. Or he's conflicted and crying in a corner. One of the two. I don't know which one. Is he crying in the corner because these guys are on the Dodgers? Or is he happy they're not performing? Okay, he gets out of the inning. Now space will be filling the gap. Okay, thank you, EVC. So when we're done here, probably around the top of the hour, we will go over to NASpace and you can continue to get your drops. And he'll be checking out some of the new near perfect drafts or the new perfect drafts. Okay, let's check out these Dodgers at the plate. Mookie Betts is going to be leading off in the first, and Mookie grounds out to third. Chapman fires it over, 1 away. Freddie Freeman at the plate up against Blake Snell. Canadian grounds out to shortstop, over to first, 2 away, and the Giants having an easy time. But Blake Snell and Willie Mays. We've got this profile, because that's all this game is right now. It's a game of profiles and dice rolls going up against this profile. Here you go, Ezra. Snapshot this, put it on your wall, put it as your screensaver. Willie Mays as a Dodger in his first plate appearance. And iDub loving it. Usually EVC has fun facts on Twipped, but iDub coming in with the fun fact here. Yeah, he's got Squirrel sitting at the table going, Rachel, do you see what these guys are doing? They're taking my favorite players from my childhood and they're putting them on my rival team. Rachel, I don't know if I can stream tonight. What do I do? And she's like, Ezra, it's just a game. Go pet Clyde. Okay, Willie Mays, Blake Snell. Here we go. That one into center field. 3 up, 3 down for the Los Angeles Dodgers. They will not record a hit. And we're going to fast sim the rest of the game here as we saw all the players in action. Again, Shoeless Joe. Let's go to the 9th. See if Shoeless Joe got into the game. He did. So he came into the game as a substitution in left field. He will not get to the plate, though. And the Giants look like they're going to win this by a score of somewhere EVC is fist pumping. Oh, the Dodgers come back after being down 6-0. They score 3 in the 8th and 3 in the 9th. So now we're into the funky rules of a player on second in extra innings. Okay, we got to finish this off. Oh, Evan Phillips gives up a walk, which I don't know. Is that what you do to set up the double play? Maybe. Wade Jr. with nobody out. He will strike out looking. Brings up Tom Murphy. Murphy will strike out swinging. And Lee, top of the order for the Giants, he's going to drive that one into left field. That is going to fall. It's not deep, though. Deep enough. Here comes the throw offline. And the Giants take the lead once again after being up 6-0. The Dodgers tie it. And the Giants with back-to-back hits going to drive in another run here. That's going to make it 8-6. And a Shoeless Joe may get up next inning. And that is going to be the 3rd out. All right, the Dodgers go to the bottom of the 10th inning, down by 2. They will get a runner on second base. Ohtani is the runner on second, and Shoeless Joe. How do they always pick the guy that batted last to go on second? Or do they get to choose? I'm not sure of that rule. Last out? Okay. So here is Shoeless Joe at the plate for the Los Angeles Dodgers, the 1917 Shoeless Joe. He drives that one. Oh, what a grab. Slater makes the catch. One away, Will Smith. That's going to be the 2nd out of the 10th inning. The Giants 1 out away from taking this game. Max Muncy at the plate. That should be it. It is. San Francisco Giants avoid a late inning comeback from the Dodgers, and they will win over Mays, Marichal, Jackson. Marichal will not take the loss because the Dodgers tied it up. Evan Phillips will take the loss And Blake Snell going 7 strong innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 walks, and 10 strikeouts will be your game MVP. All right, game 1 goes to the Dodgers. No, that doesn't. It goes to the Giants. All right, well, let's just see how this 3-game series goes. Game 2 goes to the Dodgers. The 3rd game will go to the Giants. So congratulations, Ezra. Your Giants took down the Juggernauts in 2 of the 3 games. Let's go and sim the rest of the month. Again, when you're fast simming, you have the option of turning on or off the leaderboard on the sides here. I like to leave the leaderboard on. We're looking for some of those Dodgers on the right-hand side. Willie Mays currently leading the NL in average. And that is it. That's the only new... Oh, Juan Marichal, after that horrendous first game, is leading the NL in ERA. So Juan has shook it off. Look at this. We go to the leaderboard, National League. Willie Mays is leading in average. I'm looking for the Dodgers logo because that'll be Willie Mays. He's leading, tied in doubles, and he's leading in WOBA. And pitchers, I did not see this coming, but Juan Marichal is second. Let's take a look at his month of April. Pitching stats, game log. Oh, Ezra. EVC. Are you seeing this? 5-0 after that first game. 3 complete games, a shutout. That's one of the best starts we've seen by a pitcher in the Matrix. Of course, in real life, during this 1969 season, Marichal had 21 victories. And he's currently on pace for more than that, I believe. He is on pace for 25 victories, which would be 1 short of his career high. He might be good. Let's see how David Price has done so far. Again, in the modern format, you would think David Price would do fairly well. And EVC, you picked a couple pitchers that in the month of April are 9-0. Holy smokes. 1 no decision, but he's 4-0 on the season, David Price. 9-0. How about our batters? Let's check out Shoeless Joe. Shoeless Joe, actually, if I just go to Los Angeles, it should freeze it there. So Shoeless Joe is currently, he's getting a lot of game action. So it looks like that platoon has been taken off. He is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game hitting streak. Currently hitting 304. Pretty decent there for Shoeless Joe. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's already tied his 1917 5-home run season. But of course, that was dead ball. So Shoeless Joe is going to get more home runs in the modern era. And how about Willie? How's Willie doing? Willie is on fire. Oh, we got a Willie on fire, folks. He is hitting 380. Oh man, EVC, did you pick a bunch of studs today? Oh man. Our pitchers are 9-0. We've got a guy hitting 380. He's got 2, 3. He's tied with Shoeless Joe in home runs. And he's got a 4-hit game and a 3-hit game. They have not replayed the Giants yet. So our Los Angeles Dodgers are currently in 3rd place, though, in the NL West. Half a game behind the Arizona Diamondbacks and tied currently with the San Francisco Giants. Still in a wild card position. I expect that to change soon. Yeah, the NL West, look at that. Other than Colorado, sorry, Sean, Colorado's kind of giving wins to the other four teams. Atlanta rocking it at 22-8. Detroit, shout out to the Tigers, 21-9. And the Yankees, Brent, Yankees are 21-10. Wow, what a that I don't think we're ever going to have a better month in the Matrix than April. Mace leading the NL in average. Shoeless Joe on a hit streak, hitting 304. And our pitchers 9-0. All right, gonna take our break, and I'm gonna leave the sim up here as we take our break. Let's sim to the end of May. Can the Dodgers keep it up? Be back in 2 minutes. All right, we're back here after the break, grooving and moving during the commercial break. And if you guys can do me a favor, if you haven't filled this out already, our good friend Franchise Time Machine, who is one of the new affiliate streamers, usually streams later at night. He participates in so many of the chats. You know, he's on EVC stream, he's on Ezra's stream, he's on Doc's stream, he's everywhere, and he is such a valuable member of our community. You love to see people like Franchise Time Machine so active in not only his stream, but the community, in trying to allow people to have more fun. And what makes him unique and kind of has, you know, a soft spot with me as well is because I like to do things in different ways, whether it's perfect drafts that you can't draft catchers, or whether it's the Matrix where Babe Ruth plays on every team. He likes to test things out in the base game as well. He likes to try and push it. He likes to rev the motor. He likes to, see what the game is capable of. And so he has a survey that he would like members of the community to fill out. I'm going to post it in the chat. There it is. If you guys could do me a favor, there's only 2 questions that you have to fill out. Very easy. You don't need any kind of account or give any kind of information. And simply, he is going to try and defeat the normalization of the base game. He's going to have an entire league full of Babe Ruths. Not a Babe Ruth on every team, an entire league of Babe Ruths. And he's going to play it in the 2023 season. They're going to play the full 162 games. And in 1927, that's the Babe Ruth I always used in the Matrix last year, was the 1927. That's kind of the meta Babe Ruth. He hit 60 home runs, and he had a home run rate of 8.7%. Now, when I used Babe Ruth in 2023, I don't know if Franchise Time Machine was around to watch that. I put him on every single team every week. So he played on Arizona, then he played on Boston and Baltimore. We had, over 30 weeks of Babe Ruth on each individual team. In 2023, the 1927 Babe Ruth, and not once did he win a World Series as a part of any of those teams. He never even made the World Series. So Franchise Time Machine is going to try something a little different, taking that exact same import of Babe Ruth, but filling up every team with Babes. He wants to see if he can defeat the normalization. So how many home runs will be hit by the Babe Ruth who leads the league in home runs? My Babe Ruth matrix was 64 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So I'm going to go with that 60 to 69 range, just based on the Babe Ruths I used last year. What will be the batting average of the Babe Ruth who leads the league in batting? Ruth hit 356. I did not keep track of batting averages, but he did have some really good years. I think we're going to see a Babe. That sounds about right. I think we're going to go 350 to 374. And to point out, too, he is going to be playing against Jose Lima. Every single pitcher in the game will be the 2000 Jose Lima. So it's Jose's and Babe, Babe and Jose's. Jose and the Pussycats. No, Jose and the Babes. So yeah, go fill that form out. Give him some data, some predictions, and he is going to run that on his stream on Friday. He is going to take the post-doc show on Friday afternoon at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So please join Franchise Time Machine in a rare afternoon appearance and catch out how this plays out with Babe and Jose. All right. I have completed mine. There you go. Let's go back to the matrix. All right. So when we left off, our Dodger 2 matrix players were 9-0, and now they're 16-2. Yeah, EVC chose Juan Marichal, who currently has an 8-1 pace, and David Price, who is also 8-1. And funny enough, their number 1 pitcher, Yamamoto, is 3-2. So I'm surprised the AI has not moved them further up in the rotation. So collectively, they are killing it for the Dodgers right now. Hitting wise, let's check out. Both hitters were above 300 last time we checked. We've got Joe Jackson. Looks like they still have him platooning, but he's playing a lot of games. Batting, game log. He's playing almost every day. Currently hitting 303, so he's pretty much at the same pace he was at the end of April. And what's he hitting right now? 24 RBI, 7 home runs, And is he on any kind of game streak here? Nope, but he's hitting really consistently. So Joe Jackson is doing as we expected. I thought maybe he'd have a little higher average, but in real life, in 1917, his average was 301. So he is exactly where he was when he was playing in 1917 with Chicago. Different eras, but he's got the exact same average so far. A little bit higher this year. Willie Mays, we still have a Willie on fire. Willie has still 60 power. He's hitting 390, and he's got 14 home runs on a pace for 38. So that's the number we're looking for Willie Mays. In terms of the Dodgers, how are they doing collectively? They are currently in second place in a wild card position, 2.5 games behind San Francisco. I really hope San Francisco wins the division. How poetic would that be for San Fran to win the West? Braves leading the East, the Cardinals up in the Central, and over in the AL, we've got the Mariners, the Tigers, and the Devil Rays. Well, the Rays leading their divisions. After May, Willie. You see all the Dodger logos. All these Dodger logos means that Willie Mays is leading that category. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's leading 11 categories in hitting in the NL. Definitely going to be MVP if he can keep that pace up. And for our pitchers, looking for the Dodgers logo. None. So none of our pitchers are leading their categories, although Marichal and Price are 1 game off the win lead. Strikeouts, none of them are amongst the strikeout leaders. And WAR-wise, we've got David Price tied for 3rd in WAR for pitchers in the NL. All right, let's go to the All-Star break. Oh, Marichal was leading in complete games? Okay. That makes sense because he had a really good April. He had like 4 or 5 complete games just in April. And in 2023, it was rare to have complete games. So he's busting the normalization for what it should be for complete games. EBC still got it after the day we had yesterday. And EBC did 2 streams yesterday as well. So he's got to be feeling a little bit tired. Why didn't I give you the good Joe? Look at this guy, always wanting more. You got the peak Mays, you got the peak Marichal, you got the 8 and 9 and 1 David Price. I couldn't make it too obvious, EBC. You got, you know what? He's just good old regular Joe. That's how Shoeless Joe would want him. Shoeless Joe would not say, oh, I got to have the best Joe in the game. He would say, Lap, I'm just regular Joe. And that's what we put in the game. All right, let's go to the All-Star game and see if we managed to get all 4 in the game. I don't think we've ever had all 4, maybe once. For your National League, Lindor, Acuna Jr., Willie, Olsen, Riley, Betts, Peterson, Bogarts, and Real Muto. Jordan Montgomery from the Arizona Diamondbacks is your starting pitcher in the National League. And on the reserve list, do we have Shoeless Joe? We do not. Ohtani will make it from the Dodgers. Mookie Betts will make it from the Dodgers. Former Dodger Jock Peterson. So Freddie Freeman, we are stacked with Dodgers. And pitching-wise, it's a shame Marichal and Price did not make the All-Star game. Loaded up on the Dodger hitters, but none of the pitchers would make it in. All right. Well, we're not going to watch the All-Star game. We always just kind of fast sim through it. Where is Willie hitting? He's hitting third. So we're going to watch the first half of the inning here just to watch Willie Mays in his Dodger All-Star performance. First up, Francisco Lindor is going to get things going with a single to right field. Acuna Jr. at the plate. He is going to take a walk, and with no one out in the first inning, Willie Mays is going to come to the plate. Here he is. Willie Mays hitting .379 at the All-Star break. He's already got a 7.9 WAR, a 1.18 OPS, a 219 OPS plus, and on pace for 47 home runs. Not quite at that 50 mark, folks, for those of you that said he's going to hit more than 50. All right, Willie, what do you got for us against Luis Castillo? Willie, deep to right field, and that is going to be an out. All right, Willie does not get a hit in his first at-bat. Let's sim the entire game. Only one of the 4 Dodger players make the Matrix World Series. It's going to be won by the National League. They score 5 runs in the 10th inning. Oof. 5 in the 10th. Willie Mays will have 3 at-bats. He gets 1 hit. Home runs in the All-Star game by Aaron Judge in the 4th inning. And Real Mutu will get a home run in the 7th. And in the 10th inning, a grand slam by Corbin Carroll. That's right. Corbin Carroll, pinch hitting. It's a grand slam to help win it for the Dodgers. Player of the game is Corbin Carroll. He comes to the plate one time, and he wins the new Mercedes-Benz as player of the game. What a life. Step up to the plate, hit a grand slam, win a car, and your World Series MVP. 5 minutes of work. Okay, let's save this. Always when you're playing the base game, as many of our base game players know, you should do saves every once in a while. You want to avoid those crashes. And when you do start up a base game, the default is to save once a year. You want to switch that. You want to default to once every month. So if you go to your settings and you go to global settings, this auto save is always once a year. You want to switch that to once a month. So as you're playing, if you do crash, it's at least going to default back to that last monthly save. It's a little heads up for you new players out there. All right, let's go to the end of the month. End of July, Dodgers safely in a wild card position, but they've got the number 3 wild card, I believe. Tied with the Giants. Back and forth, Giants, Dodgers, Giants. Man, this is a classic matrix here. Ezra, EVC, Ezra, EVC. All right, Ezra is back from a meeting. Well, let's update Ezra. We got the Matrix series going on here. We're at the end of July, and Willie Mays made the World Series, or made the All-Star game. He went 1 for 3 in the All-Star game. Juan Marichal did not make the All-Star game. However, Juan Marichal is 14-5 for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And this is based off the year where he had 21 wins. And so at the beginning of August, he is 14-5. And here you can see his game log, Ezra. He did not win in the first game of the season against San Francisco. You missed it, but they were playing San Fran in game number 1. He got a no decision in that game because the Dodgers came back to tie it up in the 9th inning. So he did not take a decision there. But you'll see he has a lot of complete games. He went on an 8-game winning streak at the start of the season, and he's been fire. He's got a 3.37 ERA. Our other Matrix pitcher, David Price, is 15-2. You heard me right. 15-2 for David Price. Again, we've got the David Price from 2015 when he went 18-5. So 15-2, 18-5, he's exactly on that pace. We look at his game log. He started off the season winning 8 out of 9. In fact, he started off the season winning 11 out of 12. So man, oh man, oh man, David Price, what a stud for the Dodgers. They definitely could use the, how old is he here? They could use the 30-year-old David Price again. So that's the pitching. In terms of our hitting, we've got Willie Mays, who's only hitting 363, Ezra. We have imported the Willie Mays from your inception year, 1958, where he hit 347. So he's definitely living up to his 1958 year. He's on pace for 45 home runs. He's got an 8.1 WAR. And in real life, he ended up with a WAR of 8.8. So we're getting some accurate portrayals here of these players, which is good because sometimes the base game does not treat them well. And Joe Jackson is on fire. Joe Jackson is also hitting in the mid 300s. He's hitting 346. We're looking for his RBIs. Currently, he has 47 RBIs, and he's on pace for about 70. There you go. There you see his game log. By the way, EVC. By the way, you've played the Dodgers 6 times, and you've won 4 of 6 games. Oh, wait, you've played them a few more times. You swept them. You've won 7 of 9 games. Yeah. Which currently has you first place in the division based on your dominance over the Dodgers this year. It's keeping you in first place. 7 of 9 wins. Willie Mays, Shoeless Joe are hitting in the high 340s. Again, we're looking for, on the Matrix form, we're looking for Marichal wins. He's got 14 so far. And we're looking for David Price strikeouts. He currently has 163. So he should easily break that top benchmark of 200. And they still have a platoon. Wow, no, actually they've taken out Shoeless Joe. Shoeless Joe does not get a break. They do not have him in their starting lineup, even though he's on fire. How dare they? But if we look at his game log, he's coming in for pinch hits a lot of times, but in his last 20 games, he's probably played 17 of them, 16 of them. So even though he's not in their starting lineup, for some reason, they're getting him into the game. There we go. There's that trash talk I've been waiting for. Ezra's out of his meeting, EVC. He's fired up. Oh, we got to have a playoff matchup between these two teams. All right, let's check out the overall statistics here. Willie Mays leading in 6 categories now, so he's come down off of his current pace. Still odds-on favorite to win the NL MVP with the Dodgers. And for our pitchers, We got David Price leading the NL in wins at 15. And any other leaders with Price or Marichal? Marichal tied with the quality starts at 15. David Price has 14 quality starts. And David Price winning in win percentage with that record. Wow, this is going to come down to the wire. Let's go to the end of August. As we watch the NL West go back and forth, Dodgers, Giants, EVC, Ezra. There we go. Look at that. We got a tennis match going on here. It is tied. The Dodgers, the Giants. Oh. The good news is they're both going to make the playoffs. They've got a good wild card lead. We just don't know who's going to get the bye. One of them will get a bye because the NL Central is just pathetic. So the NL Central winner is going to have to play in the wild card. All right, here we are. Let's take a look at the September 1st standings. The San Francisco Giants are 1.5 games up on the Dodgers. Dodgers are comfortable in the wild card position. Cardinals leading the Central by 3 over the Brewers, and the Atlanta Braves leading by almost 16. The Braves are braving. The Astros, 12-game lead over the Mariners. Tigers, 2.5 up on the Guardians. I bet the Guardians win the Central. They sim the best of any team in this game. They'll probably go on to the World Series. They sim so well. And the Rays are up 0.5 game on the Boston Red Sox. So a lot of open races here in the AL. All right, what do we got? Do we have the Dodgers, Giants playing each other here? Remaining schedule. We still got a lot of games to go. Here's the Dodgers schedule to close off. They play a couple American League teams. They'll play the Cubs, the Braves, Colorado, and then they'll finish off the season playing San Diego and the Rockies. So they will not play the Giants again. Did they play them in August? They did not. So the Giants will win 7 of 9 games against the Dodgers this year. And the next time they would meet up would be the playoffs. With a month to go, David Price is 18-5. He moves up to the number 2 pitching slot. Juan Marichal moves down to the number 3 slot. He is 16-8. So they've come back down to earth a little bit there in terms of their pitching. 18-5. 18-5. David Price in real life during that year was 18-5. Synchronicity, take a freaking drink. Let's give her, eh? Joe Jackson still not in the starting lineup. So he is coming in and pinch hitting a lot here. Currently on pace for 71 RBIs. So that was the matrix question, is Joe Jackson RBIs? And Willie Mays was there for home runs. He's on pace for 45, hitting .351 with a 9.6 WAR. So he's definitely going to break the 10 WAR mark there. And with a month to go, still it's going to come down to him and Acuna Jr., I believe, for the NL MVP. Acuna Jr. leading in a lot of categories. Willie Mays leading in a lot. And pitching-wise, David Price still leads the NL with 18 wins. All right, let's check out the chat here. We already saw that one. Why is Shohei pitching? Because in the base game, they have him on an injury list of 6 months in March. So that 6 months has expired. So the base game says, okay, you're done your injury time. You get to pitch. I did not take any pictures out, EVC. I just, in the editor, I put them on the team, and the Dodgers would have, or the AI would have taken them out. So if we go to their farm system, you know the team better than I do in Oklahoma. Which of these pitchers here would likely have been on the team? Maybe Matt Gage, Kyle Hurt. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I do not have to play around with the rosters. I simply add them to the team, and the AI will either demote them or they will put them as a free agent. Let's see, free agents. Yeah, there's a lot of free agents here. Could be anyone. Pitchers. So I don't know if any of these top guys here, EVC, are Dodger players. So they might have thrown one or two of these guys on a free agent list. All right. We are going to go and take a look at the standings here. With a month to go, San Fran has a 1.5 game lead. So we are going to play the first couple of weeks. Let's see what it's looking like about the middle of September. Again, both teams are going to make the playoffs, but one of the teams will get a bye, and that is huge, getting a bye. And halfway through the month, the Dodgers have taken a 1-game lead over the San Francisco Giants. And the Dodgers have the easiest schedule. They're playing Colorado, who is 61-90. They're going to get to play Miami, 64-86. Whereas the Giants, they have to play Baltimore, above 500. Kansas City, above 500. And Arizona, yeah. Giants definitely have the tougher schedule heading down the home stretch. All right, let's go back and sim one more week. All right, and they're tied. Giants Dodgers are tied at the 100 and getting close to the end of the season mark. Dodgers have 6 games remaining, 3 against San Diego and 3 against Colorado. And Ezra's Giants have 3 against Arizona, above 500, and they end off against division leading Cardinals. So San Fran had a much better month so far than LA, catching up, making up some ground, winning 2 of 3 against Baltimore, winning 2 of 3 against Kansas City, and 2 and 3 against San Diego. All right, with 6 games to go, we'll go game by game. First game, Dodgers against San Diego, and it's a win. The Giants will lose. So with 4 games left to play, the Giants are down 1.5. Next game. Giants are down 2, and I think that might be it. The Dodgers play the lowly Colorado Rockies in a 3-game set, and the San Francisco Giants have 3 against St. Louis, so they need to win out. Game 1, San Francisco, St. Louis, is a win. The Dodgers against Colorado will also win. So the best we could see now is a tie. The Dodgers need to lose both games to Colorado, and I don't see that happening. Game 2 against Colorado is a loss. San Francisco needs to have won against St. Louis to keep hopes alive. And they do. Oh, we are going down to the last game of the season. Sorry, EBC used his Hound Biscuits. He gets the shirt today. Let me double check because they may have, I don't know how tiebreakers work. No, they have not clinched it for the Dodgers. Okay. Dodgers play at 3:10 and San Francisco plays at 3:05. Both are afternoon games. Oh, how do I want to do this here? I usually don't use these. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. They're both kind of at the same time. Real-time simulation. But we're going to speed it up a bit. There you see both on your screen there. Dodgers, Colorado are at the bottom. And San Francisco, St. Louis are right above them there. All right, the game is going to start. Let's speed this up a little bit. Game is going to start in about 30 seconds, our time. San Fran at home, and the Dodgers are playing in Colorado. We need a Dodger loss and a San Francisco win. Can it be done? Speed that up a little more. 120. There we go. We should get to it pretty quickly now. All right, game action is underway in Arizona and should be starting up here in San Francisco very shortly. There it is. We are underway in San Francisco. And the Dodgers are now underway against Colorado. San Fran at the top, LA at the bottom. Cardinals take a 1-0 lead. Colorado takes a 1-0 lead. San Fran threatening here in the bottom of the first inning. And they've got 2 on with 2 out. And San Fran cannot get anything done. Colorado leading 2-0 over the Dodgers. So they are playing the spoiler role. But San Fran needs to get things going here. They're down by 1 as we're heading to the end of the second inning. Ezra, EBC, they're going to brag for the next week here on their streams. I can hear Ezra tonight saying, "Take that, Evil VC, take that." And Rachel in the background going, Ezra, be nice, Ezra, be nice. 1-0 St. Louis, 3-0 St. Louis, 4-0 Colorado. Oh, the Giants have an opportunity to force a game 163, I think. We got to have a game 163. Come on, put in Hunter. Hunter will turn things around. San Fran down by 3, LA down by 4. We're playing in the third inning here. San Fran gets a run on the board. Okay, there is hope left. Colorado, bottom of the fourth inning. Actually, top of the fourth inning now in both games. San Fran can do this. They just got to prevent St. Louis from any more runs. I think San Fran's going to end up with 4 runs in this game. Colorado, Dodgers threatening here in the top of the fourth. They score 1. And Colorado gets out of it. Ooh. Oh, San Fran, 4 runs. San Francisco gets 3. I told you they're going to get at least 4 runs. It is now 6-3. Colorado hanging on there. We could see we could see San Fran and the Dodgers tied at the end of the season. 6-3 San Fran, 4-2 Colorado. Which score has the best chance of holding up here? Dodgers, 4-3. As we head to the bottom of the fifth inning in both games, this is where you want to see runs, folks. You want to see bottom of inning runs. Nothing for Colorado. Nothing for San Fran. We go to the top of the sixth. And St. Louis threatening. San Fran gets out of it. Colorado will add a run in the bottom of the sixth inning. 5-3 and 6-3. Those are the two scores right now. We're looking for a Dodger loss and a San Francisco win to have a tie at the end of the regular season. And then maybe we have a play-in game. But the San Francisco Giants did have a better head-to-head record. I don't know if that comes into play. 5-4 Colorado now. 5-5. Oh, the Dodgers have exploded in the seventh inning. It is now 6-5, and San Fran is leading 7-3. Juan Marichal is in the game for the Dodgers. Could Juan Marichal hold the fort? It is 6-6 Colorado, both games side by side now, or up and down. Whatever. It's exciting. 6-6, bottom of the seventh. We go to the eighth tied. San Fran, a healthy lead in the eighth inning. Dodgers threatening, have a runner on first. One out. San Fran batting in the eighth. They cannot add to their lead. They're going to go to the ninth. Dodgers are still threatening here with one out, and they score a run. Colorado gives up one run in the eighth. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Evan Phillips in the game for the Dodgers, and San Francisco one out away, and they will be watching the scoreboard. Bottom of eight, Colorado cannot tie the game up. We are going to the top of the ninth. Dodgers, one-run lead. Colorado gets the first out. Outman at the plate. And he will full count. He will be the second out. Smith, 1 for 4 on the game so far, comes to the plate for the Dodgers. 2 out in the top of the ninth. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. Colorado is at the plate. Amador, 3 for 4 with a home run and an RBI in today's game so far. He will be the first up for the Colorado Rockies. They need one to tie. Evan Phillips, his second inning of relief. Here we go. Game action is on. One out. Tovar, 2 for 4 in the game with an RBI. He will face Evan Phillips. Should be tiring by now in his second inning of work. 1 strike count to Tovar. 1-1. Come on, Rockies. And Tovar will... very key at bat here. And he will be the second out. It is going to come down to Mr. Jones, who's 2 and 4 with an RBI. Evan Phillips looking for the save. 1-0. 2-0 is the count. Phillips has got to be tiring. 2-1. Could this be it? 2-2 count. And the Los Angeles Dodgers will take the win and take the NL West. That's how close it came, folks. 1 inning away. Colorado could not hold the lead. San Francisco with the comeback win. Not enough, but good news. Don't fret. Do not fret, folks, because the playoffs will still see both teams, and they will be on opposite side of the brackets. San Fran against Arizona. Dodgers wait for the winner of the Cardinals and the Brewers. Tampa beats Boston, I guess, in a tie. I did not even see that. I guess we had another standings there. Yeah, we had another tie there. So Tampa Bay gets credited with the wild card or with the division. Kansas City, Detroit makes it in, and Houston walks away in the AL. So we got a lot of favorite teams by you guys in chat here. Tampa, we've got Boston, we've got Baltimore, LA, Giants. Well, hopefully we see a championship final with the Dodgers and the Giants. All right, I got to write some numbers down here for the Matrix contest. Should be done in about 10 minutes and then head over to NASBase. But we got to write some things down. So first, let's go to our pitching. And they didn't even put Marichal in the playoff lineup here. So David Price will be the number 2 playoff pitcher. He finished the season with 22 wins. But for David Price, we're looking at his strikeouts, 189. So he did not. Wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong one. 258 strikeouts. Okay. I was looking at his 2014 statistics. 102 whip and a 3.00 ERA. Okay, and his WAR, if needed, is 5.9. Okay, 22 wins, 258 strikeouts. Next up, Juan Marichal. What did he finish the season with? For him, we're looking for wins. He finished with 19 wins, folks. Those of you that picked 20 or more, you fell one short. Juan, you came so close. His real life season, he had 21 wins that year. Here he has 19. And just to make it tougher for those of you that picked 20, he had 2 no decisions and a loss in his final 3 games. All you had to win is one of those final 3 games. Next up, our hitters. Joe Jackson, we want RBIs. Oops, I got to go find out Marichal's WAR. What was his WAR? 4.2. So 19 wins and 4.2. Joe Jackson, RBIs finished at 80. That's a decent number for a guy not in the starting lineup. 80 RBIs, and he finished with a 3.4 WAR. And finally, Willie. Will he? 343 average. And for him, we're looking for home runs, and it was 42. 42 home runs and an 11 WAR. Led the league in hits, led the league in average, led the league in WAR. And again, a potential National League MVP, although again, it's going to come down to him and Acuna. I don't know what the game favors more. I'm thinking it's going to be Acuna, but I bet you the voting is close. Acuna tends to be leading more categories. Do we have a Cy Young potential here? Well, David Price did have 22 victories. Marichal, most complete games, most shutouts. But I'm thinking it might be Webb, Snyder. I don't know. Webb, Strider, maybe Price. Yeah. Webb, Strider, Nola, or Price. It's going to be tough in the Cy Young race. And let's just check if Willie Mays led the entire league in anything. Did he have the lead in any category? No, he is not on there. All right, let's go to the playoffs. It is time. Let me add up the WAR. 5.9 plus 4.2 plus 3.4 plus 11.0. I believe that is 14.5? No. $24.5? Someone double check my math. 5.9, 4.2, 3.4, and 11.0. I think 24.5. Okay, we'll check out our winner in a bit, but we got to find out. Are we going to have a San Francisco Dodger matchup here? Let's focus on San Francisco, Arizona, since the Dodgers have a bye. Game 1 goes to, we're in San Francisco for all 3 games. And the game is processing. Who bribed us more, EBC or Ezra? All right, first game is going to be held in San Francisco. Rodriguez against Logan Webb, and it will go to the San Francisco Giants, 2-1. Game number 2, Montgomery against Snell, and San Francisco will win the wild card. So the game against the Dodgers, not as important. They will get to the division series, and a potential matchup with the Dodgers is still there. All right, we got to do one more day to find out our division series winners. And it will be the Tampa Bay Rays facing the Baltimore Orioles. As the Red Sox lose out, the Tigers lose out, the Royals will play the Astros, and the Dodgers up against the Brewers, the Giants, and the Braves. Giants, you have a tough matchup, that is for sure. If they had won the division, they would have taken on the Brewers. So edge goes to LA there. Okay, we're going to focus on Los Angeles now in this best of 5. Game number 1 will be Peralta against Yamamoto. And game 1 will go to the Los Angeles Dodgers, 8-3. Willie Mays goes 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs, and he will hit a first inning home run. Willie Mays with a 2-run shot to lead off the playoffs for the Dodgers here. Joe Morgan, Shoeless Joe does not play. And Marichal does not come in relief. Marichal, again, is a reliever in the playoffs here. Next up, David Price and Freddie Peralta. 6-1 for the Dodgers. The Dodgers are taking care of Milwaukee easy here. David Price almost with the complete game. 8 2/3 inning, 5 hits, 1 earned run. He is your player of the game. We have Willie Mays leading off in the leadoff spot. They've moved him up. 1 hit, 2 RBIs. He gets his second run of the playoffs. Another 2-run shot, this one in the 3rd inning, giving the Dodgers a 2-0 lead. And Shoeless Joe does not get in the game. Gratterall comes in for a 3rd inning pitch, but not in a save situation. All right, the Giants are down 2-0, so we may not see a matchup as the Braves defeat them 5-2 and 4-0. The Giants would have won the division. It would be LA and Atlanta right now. Again, Dodgers escaped the bullet there. Game number 3 as we head to Milwaukee. Bobby Miller up against Junis. Will it be a sweep for the Dodgers? It will be a 4-3 score as Bobby Miller goes 7 innings, 2 earned runs. He is your player of the game. Willie Mays in the leadoff role. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI. This is not in the form of a home run, though. And Shoeless Joe is not given any love. Shoeless Joe has not appeared in the playoffs yet. Neither has Juan Marichal. Okay, let's find out. Are the Giants still alive? They are now out. Here is your playoff tree. We have 3 sweeps, and the Rays win in 4. Rays, Astros, Braves, Dodgers. Question number 2 on the Google form was, will they make the World Series? 100% of you said they'd make the playoffs. Question 2, will they make the World Series? 74% said yes. The moment of truth. Braves, Dodgers. Game 1 in Atlanta. It will be, who's pitching for the Dodgers? Looks like it's going to be Yamamoto. Yes. Yamamoto and Spencer Strider in game 1. Braves win 6-0. Willie Mays goes 0 for 4. Put in Shoeless Joe. Come on, Shoeless Joe should be in the game instead of Hernandez. Hey, it's the AI. Next up, David Price against Max Fried. Good matchup. And David Price, victorious. He is 2-0 in the playoffs. Chris Taylor is your player of the game. Chris Taylor, the number 9 hitter, goes 3 for 4, including a home run in the 2nd inning. Willie Mays back down to the number 3 slot. 1 hit, 1 run. All right, we're on our last break of the show here, guys. When we come back, we're going to game number 3. Dodgers, Braves, as we head to Los Angeles. Back in 2 minutes' time. All right, we're back here to finish off the Matrix for today. And looks like EVC, yeah. What a weird I don't know why the AI would do this. In real life, that could happen because Mookie could, all of a sudden not feel well and they take him out. But in the first game against Milwaukee, top of the first inning, Mookie Betts immediately, Joe Jackson goes in as a pinch hitter. Weird. He does get a hit. So Joe Jackson has had one playoff at bat and it's a hit. And they decide, you know what? We're not going to put him in. We're just going to let him sit. But injuries are turned off. Morale is turned off. So I have no idea why the AI would do that in the top of a game. And then Willie Mays looks like he would, Joe Jackson would score on a home run by Willie Mays. So that's pretty cool. Didn't realize Betts finally moved to shortstop. Okay, this is a great series with Atlanta and Los Angeles taking place. We're back in LA for games 3, 4, and 5. Bobby Miller is going up against Chris Sale. Game 3 is in the books, and the Dodgers will win 5-2. Willie Mays goes 0 for 3. Shoeless Joe Jackson will come to the plate, pinch hit. He will draw a walk. And he comes in the 4th inning. No runs were scored in the 4th. So Shoeless Joe getting a little bit of play there. Bobby Miller, 7 innings. He is your player of the game. And the Dodgers are now up 2-1. Charlie Morton up against Ohtani. Very critical game. It's either tied at 2 or it's 3-1 Dodgers. And it is 3-1 Dodgers. The Dodgers 1 game away from 74% of you being correct on question number 2. Joe Jackson comes in to pinch hit in the 3rd inning. He will stay in the game. He will go 1 for 3. He has a triple and a run scored for Joe Jackson. Willie Mays goes 1 for 3. And Freddie Freeman with the home run. Marichal comes into the game. Haven't seen him in the playoffs much. He will get the hold. 1 2/3 inning, giving up 2 hits. And Mr. Ohtani, the winning pitcher, is your player of the game. All right, Dodgers 1 game away from making the World Series. Strider, Yamamoto. I give the edge to Strider. I think Atlanta wins this one. And they do. Atlanta with a 6-4 victory in Game 5. Willie Mays goes 0-4. Shoeless Joe once again comes in to pinch hit for Betts, this time in the 8th inning. Yamamoto will take the loss. Strider is 3-0 in the playoffs. He is your player of the game. Mookie Betts with a home run in the 4th inning. Max Muncy a home run in the 5th inning, accounting for a big part of the offense for the Dodgers. 3-2, LA leads the conference championship. We head back to Atlanta for game number 6. 2-0 David Price going up against 1-1 Max Fried. David Price got the best of Max in game number 2 in an 8-4 victory. We're in Atlanta. Let's play it out. And we're going to game 7, folks. 4-3 victory for Atlanta here. 8 hits apiece. Willie Mays is going to go 0 for 3 with a RBI. And Shoeless Joe will come in the game in the 8th inning. Couple at bats, 2 strikeouts for Shoeless Joe. David Price will take the loss. He has a complete game loss. And Freddie Freeman in a losing cause is your player of the game. Well, we go to game 7. And we got to not fast play, not slow play, but we gotta see some of the game action here. After 1, it's scoreless. No hits, no runs for either team. after 2. Scoreless. The Braves will get a couple hits and 1 run in the bottom of the 3rd. We head to the top of 4. And the Dodgers. Some life in the Dodgers after being no hit for the first couple innings. Ohtani will strike out. Freeman will single. Willie Mays will ground out. A single by Mookie Betts and a 3-run shot by the guy that we said should be out of the game for Shoeless Joe. Well, I guess LAAI knows better than we do because Hernandez with the 3-run bomb. Three nothing after 5. 4-1 as the Dodgers put up another run thanks to a solo shot by Willie Mays. Willie Mays 1 for 3 in the game so far, adding the 4th run for the Los Angeles Dodgers. We go to the 8th. 2 more for LA. Pouring it on here. Will Smith will double. Chris Taylor will strike out, and a 2-run shot for Mr. Ohtani getting in and saying, I'm not going to be upstaged by Willie. And that should just about do it. We go to the 9th. Bottom of the 9th. It is done. 6-1, a 3-hit win. Bobby Miller 3-0, and congratulations to the 74% of you that said the Los Angeles Dodgers will make the World Series. They will be taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Only the second time a Matrix team has made the World Series. First time they won it as the Mariners. Could this be the second time? Let's get right to it. Los Angeles will get home field against Tampa. IDub. Yeah, 2020. Sorry, IDub. Sorry. The game played this out this way. Ooh. Rasmussen against Yamamoto. Tampa Bay wins 3-1. Only 5 hits for the Dodgers. Joe Jackson comes in relief. Willie Mays, 0 for 3. In fact, Jackson takes over for Willie Mays in the 8th inning. Yamamoto gets the loss. Game 2, Eflin, who's 3-0. Ohtani, 1-0. LA wins a squeaker, 5-4. Winning run in the bottom of the 8th inning. Willie Mays is 1 for 3. And no showing there for Shoeless Joe, and none of our Matrix pitchers get in there. Evan Phillips is your winning pitcher. Freddie Freeman, player of the game. We are tied up at 1 as we head to warm and sunny Tampa Bay, where David Price, who once played for Tampa Bay, will be going up against Aaron. Tampa Bay 7-5 victory. David Price could not handle the heat. 3 earned runs, 9 hits. Curtis Mead is your player of the game. Willie Mays will go 2 for 3 in the leadoff spot. And Joe Jackson will come in the 9th inning to pinch hit. And he will not get a hit. 2-1 Rays. Bobby Miller 3-0 against Ryan. I'm giving the edge definitely to the Dodgers here. I think they're going to tie it up. Will it be 2-2? It is not. Tampa Bay with a 1-0 look at this game. This must have only taken a couple hours. 2 hours and 42 minutes. 5 hits total. Only 1 run in the game, and that was a home run by Curtis Mead in the 5th inning. Great games by both pitchers. Tampa Bay pitcher is your player of the game. 8 innings, 2 hits. Yeah, on the ropes. On the ropes. Going to game 5. Yamamoto, Rasmussen. Will this be it? We only jump in if it goes to game 7. Dodgers win. Yamamoto finally pitches well during the playoffs. Only his second win of the playoffs. He only gives up 3 hits. He is your player of the game. Rasmussen, 1-1, takes the loss. Willie Mays goes 2 for 5. When the heat is on, Willie plays. He had a home run. 2-run shot in the 8th inning. And Willie Mays, again, 2 for 5, 1 run scored, 2 RBIs. And Joe Johnson does not get into the game. Well, we go to game 6 as we head back to LA. And if you can't win at home, you don't deserve to win the World Series. Tampa Bay sending out Zach Eflin, 3-0. Dodgers will be sending out Shohei. Oh, Joe Johnson? Yeah, Joe Jackson. Too many J's in there. Uh-oh, franchise is not in the chat. Quiet, everyone, quiet. The NBA needs some love. And to be fair, I didn't mispronounce his name. I just said the wrong name. There's a difference. Did he? I don't think Marichal started. No. Yamamoto started. Too many J's. Go Jays. So we got Eflin against Ohtani in game 6. I don't know this pitching matchup. I do not know. Okay, let's do this. Will we have a game 7? Or will the Tampa Bay Rays be hoisting the trophy in Los Angeles? I think it's going to be 4-3. I don't know who wins. 4-3. Of course, the game is saving. It's the end of the month, so it's doing its save. Oh, look here, iDub. Do not break out the champagne yet. The Dodgers win 7-4 thanks to 5 runs in the 5th inning. Willie Mays goes 1 for 4. Willie hits a home run in that 5th inning. Eflin, his first loss of the playoffs, and Ohtani with his second win. James Outman is your player MVP. Well, don't look now. But we've got a game 7. Rays, Dodgers. And you know what that means. We got some Hound Biscuits to bet. Oh, yeah. Hound Biscuits are going to be bet. Who will win the World Series? Will it be the Rays? Or will it be the hometown Dodgers? From the Matrix. We are going to keep this up for 2 minutes. Please bet wisely. Do not bet more than you have. And we'll be back to see our winner in 2 minutes' time. Ooh, Dodgers. All right, the fans are getting riled up in Los Angeles. They've got the pom-poms out. We got EVC's Matrix Dodgers in Game 7 of the World Series going up against IDub, D King, all the Tampa Bay fans out there. Tampa Bay was up 3-1 before the Dodgers win Game 5 on the road, Game 6 at home. And now Bobby Miller is the choice to pitch for the Dodgers in this deciding game. All right, after 1, no score. After 2, Tampa Bay gets on the board. A walk. Oh, where is this here? Tampa Bay, a walk to Caminero, a single by Lau, and then Caminero will score off a single by Siri. 1-0 Tampa Bay as we head to the 4th. Still 1-0. Let's go check those Helm biscuits here. Let's do one more inning. Holy smokes, the offense came out in that 4th inning. Fortunately, both teams were able to put some runs on the board there. 92% of you bet on the Dodgers. 145,000 Helm biscuits were bet on the Dodgers. 13,000 by 4 people on Tampa Bay. Boy, if Tampa Bay wins this, there are a lot of Helm biscuits going your way. I'm guessing IDub was one of the Tampa Bay biscuiters. So 6 people bet a lot on the Dodgers, 4 people. 8% bet on Tampa Bay. Well, let's take a look how things shook out there in the 4th inning. Tampa Bay, a single by Meade, a single by Siri, a single by Randy, and a 3-run shot by Yandy Diaz. So they get a 3-run home run by Yandy. And then the Dodgers will get a solo shot by Freddie Freeman. Outman will single. Joe Jackson in the game. Game 7. I love it. He will double home Outman, and then he will score on a single by Chris Taylor. Well, after all this time, did they pinch hit? Yeah, they had him come in and pinch hit in the 2nd inning. And it has paid off so far, although they're down 5-3. Pitching-wise, Bobby Miller is out of the game. May is out of the game. He gave up 4 runs, including that 3-run shot. And Juan Marichal now is in the game for the Dodgers. Willie Mays 0 for 3 in the game so far, so he's got to pick it up. All right, Marichal pitching here in the 5th inning. Let's go to the 6th. Still 5-3. We head to the 7th. And we are tied. We are tied as the Los Angeles Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th will get a 2-run shot from Chris Taylor. Will Smith will score on the 2-run home run. And Juan Marichal looks like he's in line for a potential win now. Still in the game. Well, we are slow playing now. As we are tied up, that ball gets through the infield, and the Tampa Bay Rays have a runner on, nobody out. And looks like we have David Price. So Marichal comes into the game, and now David Price, our 2 Matrix pitchers, are trying to make a difference here in Game 5 or Game 7. David Price, 2 strikeouts so far. That's going to be it for Tampa Bay. Price does his job, relieving Juan Marichal. And now we go to the bottom of the 7th. Lux, Betts, and Ohtani up for the Dodgers. Easy play over to third base. Caminero over to first for the first out. Mookie Betts not having a great playoffs, hitting under 200. Second out of the inning. And Mr. Ohtani drives that one to first. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the top of the 8th inning. It will be Meade, Williams, and Siri facing Evan Phillips, the setup guy here in the 8th inning. That one driven into left field, one away. Haven't seen many base runners since we jumped in. Carson Williams at the plate. That one is going to fall. That one's going to go to the gap, and that's going to hit the car rental 24-hour sign with a stand-up double. 1 out, 1 on for Siri. The catcher, Pinto, is on deck. Might see a pinch hitter for Pinto. We'll see. No, they leave Pinto in. Runner on second base with a lot of speed. A single should score him easily here. The infield's playing fairly deep. Infield playing at regular depth. Here's the pitch, and he strikes out. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 5. Game 7 of the World Series. Pete Fairbanks comes into the game for Tampa Bay. He will face Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, and James Outman scheduled to come up to the plate. 5-5 game, 10 hits for Tampa Bay. What a hot shot there, handled by Meade at first, 1 away. Will Smith strikes out swinging. Fairbanks up against Outman. And that one is going to get by the second baseman. So we have a runner on for LA here with 2 out in the 8th inning. And look who comes to the plate. Could it be? Could we have a hallmark moment? Joe Jackson looking to redeem himself and prove why he deserves to be in the lineup. He takes a walk. Fairbanks, after getting the first 2 out of the inning, will give up a single and a walk. And that's going to bring up Chris Taylor, who I believe had a 3-run shot earlier in the game. Hitting .478 with 3 home runs. And he will ground out, and that will be the 3rd out. We head to the 9th. It can't get any closer than this. 5-5. 9th inning. I don't think they put a runner on second in the playoffs, but I don't know. Maybe the game is not set that way. New pitcher in for LA. We've got Alex into the game. Great pitching by Marichal and David Price. Randy at the plate. Leading off for Tampa Bay will strike out. Yandy Diaz up for Tampa. And as EVC points out, this is the first appearance. His last appearance was he pitched a couple. He pitched in the 5-1 win and the 5-7 loss. So this is his 3rd appearance in the game in the World Series. Brandon Lau with a runner on first and 1 away, hitting .188 with a couple home runs so far in the playoffs. Drives that one deep into center field. That is going, and that is gone. The Tampa Bay Rays. 2-run shot by Brandon Lau. 417 feet. And for all your Rays fans out there, here's a closer look. That makes its way into the, I don't know, EBC, what do they call that area of the field in Los Angeles? The shadow of center field. Okay. They keep it simple. It's called center field. I thought that might be the cave of death or something. Well, Willie Mays is looking a little frustrated out there in center field. He's crouched over. Tampa Bay 7-5 victory, but we've seen LA come back in late innings before. And that's going to be the second out. The good news is we got the leadoff hitter coming up. We got the number 1, 2, and 3 hitter coming up for LA. So they're going to get it done. They've got the best players to do it. And he will strike out. All right, Pete Fairbanks will stay in the game. Got a 30 stamina. He should be good for another inning here. This is the third game of the World Series he's appeared in. He's given up 1 earned run in his 3 appearances. His 6th inning of work here, and only given up 3 hits in 6 innings. Yeah, wins do not count in the playoffs. And it would be Alex would be in line for the win. All right, Willie Mays up against Pete Fairbanks, down by 2. He needs to get on base. A home run will not be enough. Oh, what a grab there by Brandon Lau. Brandon Lau throws out Willie Mays, Gavin Lux, Mookie Betts, and possibly Ohtani. 1 home run in the playoffs so far for Gavin Lux, only hitting 182. And he goes down swinging. All right, Pete Fairbanks and Mookie Betts. Here's the pitch. He swings. That's a slow roller to third base. They fire it over in time, and we will not have a Matrix World Series winner, but they do make the playoffs, and that is what the question was. It was not if they'd win the World Series. It's will they make the World Series, and they did. Congratulations. Let's give a cheer to the Tampa Bay Rays,
winner,
who are our winner today. Congratulations. They may not make up for 2020, but at least I hope it makes you smile a little bit, especially if you bet some Hound Biscuits, because we're going to pay those off. Chat, let me know how many Hound Biscuits you won, because the underdog came through. When those come in, because I can't see it on my screen without opening another window. Clay Dog, how many did you get? Oh, 121? I guess it depends on how much you bet. So iDub must have bet a healthy sum there. Woo. You bet 1,500, so you made 10 times your bet there, Clay Dog. So there you go. iDub, that's enough to buy you a couple Matrix sponsorships again. Holy smokes. So those that bet on the Dodgers, we're sorry. Yandy Diaz is your player of the game. The win will go to Alex as 6 different pitchers come in to help win the game for Tampa. Willie Mays goes 0 for 5 in a pivotal game, and Joe Jackson 1 for 3. So the Dodgers almost make a comeback here, but the Tampa Bay Rays will hold on. Here is your World Series MVP, Curtis Mead, who has hits in his last 5 games. Let's take a look at his batting stats. Yeah, he did not get a hit in game 1, but he had hits in every other game for Tampa Bay. Way to go, Curtis. Well deserving of the MVP World Series status. Okay, I want to go and do our form. There's your trophy there. There you go. Trophy, Tampa Bay, 4-3. But before we check on that, let's quickly go look at the most valuable player awards. It's either going to be Acuna or Willie Mays for the National League. David Price has an outside chance of winning the Cy Young. So it could be Mays and Price. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the AL first. Your AL award winners for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt is your MVP, a 313 average and an 8.8 WAR. Corbin Burns, his second Cy Young for Baltimore this time, 9.1 WAR and a 16-12 record. And your Rookie of the Year, Jackson Holliday from the Orioles, and Emmanuel Clase, his second Reliever of the Year award, putting up 46 saves and a 2.6 WAR for Cleveland. Jackson ended up with 15 home runs and a 5.8 WAR. In the National League, it's got to be Willie. It's got to be Willie and David. Come on. Give it to Willie and David. It is Willie Mays. Willie Mays wins the MVP award over Acuna Jr. Congratulations, Willie. Should show in your history. There it is, the 2024 MVP. He also wins the Division Series MVP and the Platinum Stick Award at center field. And the Cy Young goes to David Price, also a two-time winner. David Price picks up the Cy Young, leading the NL in wins. He would also be Pitcher of the Month, have a 15 strikeout game against the Padres, and have a 3-hit shutout against the Pirates in the season as well. So well deserving. I do want to see, I believe Acuna would have come second, I believe. Let's check him out. Let's go to the stats. Acuna's history, second in NL MVP voting. That's what I figured he would do. Okay, I'm going to save the game up, and then we can go to the Google form. I do have to write down how many wins the Dodgers had. I believe it was 92. How many regular season wins? 99. Oh, man, I didn't know they had that many wins. What a great battle that was with San Francisco. Okay. Okay, we've got everything written down. The game is just about finished saving up here. Good. And let's bring up our spreadsheet. Okay, time to create a filter. See if I remember how to do this. Data, create filter. Will the Matrix team make the playoffs? Yes, 100% of you said yes. We continue on. Will the Matrix team make the World Series? They did. 74% of you said yes. How many regular season wins for the Dodgers? They got 99. That's going to eliminate some of the contestants. We're down to about 10. Next up, how many RBIs for Shoeless Joe? Shoeless Joe ended up with 80 RBIs, which was pretty good for a guy that did not start every game. 80. Yep, 80 is right. All right, we're down to our final 5. Congratulations to EVC and NYC. Floyd Lloyd Boyd, the Hoosman, Jay Sayer 7, and McCodcar are the final 5 standing. Next up is how many wins for Juan Marichal? He ended up with 19 wins. So we had 7 people get that one right. Are any of our 5 remaining one of those 7 people? Well, the answer is yes. We have solved the puzzle already. Congratulations. Oh, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the spamming. Where is it? There it is. Okay. How many times can I post it? There's one. There's two. And yes, it is going to the PAX only. EBC, is this your PAX only team, the MIC team? EVC in NYCMIC. Well, EVC, when you open them on stream on Saturday, please reference that these are the 10 standard packs that you won in the contest that you are opening so that we can watch you open those 10 packs. I love it. I love it. Keep giving them the gears, folks. Oh, too bad there weren't two people left because I would have given second something, but there's only one, so they get the 10 packs. All right, guys. Well, we are going to raid over to NASpace, but you've been such an awesome audience that we can't end off with an EVC as the final victory, can we? We can't. We can't do that. So how about we do a draw here for 5 packs? Let me find the right giveaway here. Don't enter yet. Bird giveaway. Where are we here? Let me find the right one. I don't want to put up the wrong one here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Go back. Late bird. I couldn't give away the bounty packs today, so these are going to be in replacement for those bounty packs because the team that beat me was not in the chat. And iDub, who won that between you and TX, or between you and Jenks? Who ended up winning that final matchup there, best of 3? All right, exclamation enter, exclamation ticket. Oh, that is the best comment of the day. Oh, chat's going so quick, I can't find it. Where is it? Where is it? No, not that one. It's disappeared already. Serpent. There you are. There you are. Okay. Yeah. All right, EVC, the crowd has spoken. You will get 1 pack for every year of OOTP. So enjoy the 1 pack coming your way, right? You got to talk the talk and live with Otani's deferment. You got to walk the walk. What's EVC been drinking today? All right, TX. Hey, TX. Who won that tournament? Jenks, are you here? iDub, are you here? Are you drunk already from the Tampa Bay win? Who won your tournament? He did? Okay. So iDub won that. Okay, another 30 seconds or so. Exclamation enter, exclamation ticket to get in. Good thing Ezra wasn't in the chat to see EVC win that. Okay, EVC, you've sung long enough. That's it. You're off the screen. Okay, so we have our August 6th. Oops. August 6th. We only did 1 bounty today. And our winner was A-Dub. And A-Dub 13, Pac-Man. There we go. Make that column a little bigger because he has a long name. He's got a big one. He's got one win. And he did not have Kitty on his roster. He doesn't get the bonus point. And no one was able to win the bounty fairly there. Oops. Good. And today we played bronze. There we go. All right. That is updated. All right. Congratulations, EVC. Those 10 packs will make their way to your account at some point. And we just got the 5-pack giveaway here. I don't think I do an early bird? No, I didn't do an early bird. We had this. We're going to do two 5-pack giveaways. How about that, guys? Yeah, I'm going to give out 2 5-pack giveaways. Good to see you, Brown Bag Mulligan. Get in the entry forms. Exclamation enter, exclamation tickets. We're going to end it off very quickly here. 2 5-pack giveaways from the same group of entrants. Here's a quick look at today's 5L, the very first one set in the new era in Rogers Center today. And we have our finalists, 68 Pirate. Congratulations, you swept the Peggy O's. And Honey, oh honey, oh honey, losing game number 7 to the Hot Dogs by a score of 14-13. So get this, folks. Okay, we're going to raid over to Naspe soon, but you got to look at this. This Frankfurt team. Who is this Frankfurt team? Teddy O. Teddy O, one of the subscribers, real Teddy O. Look at the magic he has performed. He played Sporer in the quarterfinals, and it went to game 7. Sporer took a 1-run lead in the top of the 9th, and the real Teddy O scored 2. But that's not what's magical is he scored 10 in the 3rd inning. And Sporer almost won that game in game 7. So fast forward, Rio Teddy O goes to the semifinals, and in the semifinals, he's playing Honey. And do you see what I see? The real Teddy O is known for the big ones. Real Teddy O has one big hot dog there because he scored 9. Honey was up 13-5 going to the bottom of the 9th. $13-5. And Teddy O says, that's why I-Dub, you score as many as you can, right? Look at this, 13, 9th inning. And how many outs did they have? Did they have any outs? On base, 1 ground out. They did all this with 1 out. Real Teddy O, man. That's one big hot dog you got there. 10 runs against Sporer in an inning, 9 runs against Honey. And in the finals, it's currently over. The big dog, the big hot dog, could not do it. Our very first best of 9 finals goes to the Stargill Stars with the MVP, Michael Young. Real Teddy O ran out of runs, losing 17-7 in the final game. Wow, wow, Wow. Congratulations to 68 Pirate. You had a great series. You swept the semis. You almost swept the finals. You had a heck of a team there in our very first 1930s environment. Okay, we're doing the draw and we're heading over to NOSpace. Let's close off 27 entries in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Entries are closed. There they are. Now they're closed. A little slow catching up. And yeah, let's do the drum roll here. Our first winner of 5 packs, that'll be 30 weeks. Franchise Time Machine. Franchise Time Machine is here in the chat. Say hello, franchise. Here come the rig comments again. All right, franchise, DM me again, whisper me again, actually. Send me a whisper. Let me know which of your teams you want those 5 packs to go to. And see, I knew it was going to come to this. You know what? I'm going to give 5 packs away until it's a non-streamer. If that takes 4 or 5 draws, we're going to do it. We're going to end with someone that's not a streamer getting 5 packs. So I don't know who else entered, but we're going to keep going. Next winner is Laptop Hound. No, just kidding. Waynum. All right, I know Waynum is not an OOTP streamer, so congratulations. You are the winner. People cannot put rigged. So Waynum, big round of applause. And Waynum, please send me a whisper on Twitch here. Let me know what your perfect team username is, whatever it is on your account, not on the Twitch one, but on OOTP. I think it might be Waynum, but send me a whisper. All right, gang, it's been fun. Thank you, EVC, for donating the Hound Biscuits for the Matrix. This is one of our best Matrix series we've had because of the rivalry with you and Ezra. Also because of how close it was in the regular season, in the playoffs, coming down to the final couple of innings before the Dodgers would lose out. So you guys are the best. Remember that. You can do anything you want. If you want to stream, go ahead, grab yourself a microphone, a camera. You've got the game. Stream whichever game you want. Have fun. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. Don't go anywhere. We're going to raid over to NOSpace. We'll see you next episode.
Good time, sun can't shine every day. He said we're here for a good time, not a long time, So have a good time, the sun can't shine every day. Oh, 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 have a good time, the sun can't shine every day.
A very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you. I believe what he said to be true. He said we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day, and the sun is shining in this rainy city, and the sun is shining. Oh, well, isn't it a pity? And every year has its share of tears, but every now and then it's gonna rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time.